Hello, everyone, and welcome back to FanZcene Vids. I am FanZcene, or Greg, as it were, and tonight with me, as always, is Tom from Midnight's Edge, Midnight's Edge After Dark, Midnight's Edge Radio, and so many other great things, and Runner Blaze, who does so many great things as well too.
He
Welcome, guys.
changed
Welcome
his
back.
fucking name again?
I think this one fits him though, because he finally got. I think he finally got it
I
right.
I agree. This one is
Last
much
week it was
better.
Metal Run. You changed your name more than Sean Puff Diddy Combs did back in the day.
What?
He's like, who?
Who?
Exactly. Puff
Who?
Daddy he used to be at one time. And then,
Yeah, and then he was P Diddy. Now he's Diddy.
Lord knows what he's calling himself now. I mean, unemployed?
Who
As of
knows?
as of now, this one works pretty well, as far as I'm concerned.
All right.
Next up, he's going to turn his name into a symbol.
He's gonna be
The
like
artist
Prince.
formerly known as Metal Runner Blaze.
All right. Hail to the chat. Tim Hayes has been here, and Cosmic Squirrel. He was here. I don't know if they're still here right now, but I'm sure they will. Hail FanZcene Vids. I can't even say my own name. Tim Hayes, welcome, guys, and Hell Anthony Draven, welcome. Glad you guys are here. So, do you guys want to run down the what's coming out, or what? What do you guys want to do first? And hello,
Sure, there wasn't a
Tyrell72.
whole bunch of stuff, unless you know
Yes.
stuff that I don't know. But top
basi-
secrets.
I
getting
watched
out,
some of your
Yeah.
videos on some of the new stuff, Greg.
Nice, thank you.
So yeah, why don't you take it, Greg? Because you did the video this week. I haven't had a chance to keep up with most of it. So.
I know Vinegar Syndromes, and I know one of Shouts, and I did hear about Top Secret. So Top Secret, yes, is coming out. I didn't get the date on that.
I know the one that's coming on Shout on 4K is a movie I don't like, so I don't care.
I know the Happy Death Day movies are coming through Scream Factory in a special box set.
I'm not a fan.
I actually like the Happy Death Day
Honestly,
movies.
I've never seen them, so I'm not sure if I'll jump in on that one or not.
I saw the first one in the theater with like a few friends of mine. I don't know. It didn't satisfy me.
I like the first one.
I didn't see the second one.
I like the first one. I like the second one. The first one reminded me a bit of like something that we will talk about tonight. Well, at least for one of my picks, Scream meets Groundhog's Day, and
Maybe
it's the first one's actually pretty good. The second one gets a little strays from the horror element and goes a little more sci-fi. I liked them. I just did. I don't know why. I just thought they were fun movies.
I don't know. I didn't like it.
I know that's coming out, and then like Top Secret coming out, and then Vinegar Syndrome released their February package. They have a movie called Wolfpack from the 80s about football players and fascism. And then they have Children at Play, which is like a weird, like gory, trashy movie. And then they had, oh my gosh, I can't remember the other one. I don't know, but their big one was they got Drop Dead Fred. They got it from Severin.
They finally got it all figured out, yeah.
Yeah, they got Drop Dead Fred. And then like some of their partner titles, they had the Suicide Girls and the American Scream, which I've never seen that, but I've heard about that, and I kind of want to see that.
And there's a ton of special features on Drop Dead Fred.
Yes, tons.
Looking forward to that. Yeah, I have the import of that, but it definitely needed an upgrade, and this is getting a new 2K restoration.
Yep.
It has audio commentary, some interviews, featurettes, deleted scenes, booklet, reversible cover art. So, yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a nice package overall. I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
Can't wait till it drops.
That one was good, and I still can't remember the fourth one they announced that's coming from them, and I even did a video on it. And one of the big ones here that seemed to get a little thing from it is Scream Factory will be releasing Wes Craven's Cursed on a 2-disc Blu-ray. The theatrical and unrated cut, but no Wes Craven cut. So there's that. I gotta know, Tom, how do you feel about that movie?
I barely remember it, and the only reason I half-assed watched it when it came out was because my babe was in it.
Yeah, Christina Ricci.
But no, like honestly, until that announcement, I totally forgot that was one of Jesse Eisenberg's earlier films.
Yes.
Like that's how long it's been since I've seen it. I don't
I
remember
remember I
anything good
hated
about
it.
it.
Huh?
I don't remember anything good about it.
Yeah.
If that helps, but yeah, I know that it is historically been known that film was butchered by Weinstein, and it is sad that we're not getting the original cut. We're just getting the same 2 cuts I think we've already had for 20 years. So
Yes,
yeah.
the same 2 cuts, just in new scans. So yeah, it kind of sucks. I mean, I would like to see at least some of the stuff Wes Craven shot. I know, according to Patrick Lussier, I hope I said the name right. They never filmed his ending, but they filmed like 90% of the movie, and it's a shame that we probably won't get to see that. I mean, it had like so many other different people in it too. Like Skeet Ulrich was supposed to be in it originally, and then he was replaced with Joshua Jackson and Mandy Moore and so forth and so forth. But it's crazy. I think that's about all I've heard this week. Is those was like the biggest news on release wise.
Yeah, and release wise, it was kind of a slower week. Even what's his face on Instagram didn't really post much this week. But yeah, it's at least the ones we did get were kind of exciting. So looking forward to those.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slow week on physical media releases, but it was cool. I mean, we got a couple interesting ones, so we'll see how that turns out.
Indeed.
But we'll start with Runner. Do you got to get out early again tonight?
Not as much, just because my first class, my teacher's not gonna be there, so I can probably stay up a little late. I mean, you want me to go first?
Yeah, I guess we'll go with you first, and then we'll go Tom and me.
All right.
What you got for us?
So this movie, it's a fairly recent one. I think most of us have probably seen it. Really like it. The artwork of the cover for this, I really wish more physical media covers were like this, like in today's. No, I'm not skipping class. like my teacher's just gonna like record like a session or whatever the fuck, and then I'm gonna go to my next class that's actually in the building, so I can stay home for a little bit is what I'm saying, and get a little extra sleep. But and I really wish I bought the Ultimate Collection, but
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude, like look at this. Like this is like I forgot who the artist was, but like their art managed to make the 4K cover.
Cool.
I wasn't a big fan of it, but it's all right. Yeah.
It does look kind of simple, but I mean
I understand why you think that. It's just like the reason I like it is because like most of the stuff we get today is just like the basic Photoshop.
That's true, but
the Photoshop
I kind of like some of the
posters.
other posters. They were better, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't count this as one of my things because I didn't really get to go through it, but I have to show you up, of course, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's got it.
You son of a bitch. Oh.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Sorry, kids. And yeah, Afterlife has a different cover on it than this one.
Oh, I like that.
It's like the messed up like.
Now see, that's nice
metal.
cover right there.
Yeah, my God.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
And then, of course, on the inside, though, it's the same. But they all got nice slip covers, which is really nice with cool art on them. You know, you got, of course, the original.
The only reason I really got this is because there's a likely chance I wouldn't get that.
No, I hear you, man, and it sucks for all the people who didn't get their hands on it. We were just talking about it before you came in, actually.
Yeah.
Before the stream, and because sadly, sounds like Greg missed out too. But
I did, unfortunately.
It sounds like they're not going to put this box out again, but I think it's more so the box itself and not the movies. I have a feeling they'll end up doing like a box set. So
that'd be
like
nice.
A standard box set though. But yeah, I thought this was going to be hardcover. I'm a little disappointed that's not. But outside of that, I mean, overall, the craftsmanship of the box, plus the fact that they are at least smart enough to put standard covers in with it too. But I mean, the special features, of course, are the real star of the show here.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope at least if they do a standard 4K box set, which is the only thing they haven't done yet, is just a standard one with 4Ks, that they at least put the special features in there for people who didn't get this box. Because I'm sure part of the reason that they're not going to be able to do this anymore is it's probably expensive.
Yeah.
And they already probably.
I mean the fucking box lights up, man.
Well, and that's the thing is if you didn't get it from the U.S., it doesn't light up. And I'm sure that probably has something to do with shipping things overseas with fucking battery in it and shit. And it's complicated. So.
I was gonna say, like, haven't some people have like troubles? Like the Ghostbusters 2 4K was on.
That's like in Canada mostly.
Oh, that's in Canada. Okay.
It seems to be fairly isolated, but I have heard already that Sony has already addressed some people. So if you reach out to their, if you do happen to get one of the box sets that has 2 copies of Part 1 or 2 copies of Part 2 and none of the other, if you get a hold of Sony's customer service, they should reach out to you and help you out with that. I've heard. Because the movies themselves, otherwise, like the movies inside these are just the same ones they're going to probably release retail at the same time, like I showed you. Right. It's the same exact Ghostbusters Afterlife you have. The big difference here is you can't get these special features without this box set. So I hope if they do re-release it, they at least include those.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, those special features in the making of Ghostbusters thing in there, it's like, the only reason I was very skeptical in getting that was because of the whole Ghostbusters 2016 news of them just dropping a digital code on there. I'm just like, fuck. Like, I don't know if I want to get this now.
Yeah.
But then later on I heard like, oh, it like all the digital codes are separate, which is good. Because after you download the 3, the only 3 that matter, you can just throw it right in the trash.
HBP said my Best Buy didn't have any GB box sets. The old man said don't even ask. And Dan Blackroyd, welcome Dan Blackroyd. He said, give us some artwork, not just a still frame from the movie and not just a Photoshop mess. The Ghostbusters covers have worked for years because it was simple design that worked. Can't argue with that.
That's why I kind of like, at least on this box set we got on the slip covers, the original, at least logo. It's not the original poster art per se outside of the first movie, but yeah, I can live with that. But I'm not a fan of the photoshopped ones either.
Yeah.
At least the second one, though, it is technically the original poster art, even though it's altered on the actual disc art, as I showed there. But yeah, with the 4 guys standing.
Yeah, I like it. But yeah, so yeah, unfortunately I missed out on that as well. I had some money saved up for it, and then I kind of just, stuff happens. So I didn't get it, but I do plan on getting Afterlife. It's coming here soon. It's on its way. So
yeah, dude, there were a bunch of fucking 4Ks for Afterlife when I was at my Best Buy.
That's good.
Like a ton.
I wish what sucks with that is I guess it's a 4K up convert, or 2K up convert, I mean. But
yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, that's awesome,
yeah,
dude.
It's cool though. And it's how awesome is it to be a Ghostbuster fan right now? For real though. I mean, like with all this.
Through some of these special features, I didn't get a chance to really watch all of it yet, obviously, because there's like 20 plus hours of features, but holy shit. I mean, you've got the work print, the dailies, and I was watching a little bit of the dailies, and holy shit, there's some laugh out loud shit that it's like, how did this not get in the movie?
I do think I remember hearing that Jason Reitman said that to his dad too.
About some of the scenes, yeah. Because Walter Peck in one of the deleted scenes accuses Egon of stealing nerve gas. He's like, we wouldn't steal nerve gas. That's an insulting. If we needed nerve gas, we just make it.
I like that. That's
We'll
funny.
make it ourselves. Yeah, I have heard the Atmos is a really good soundtrack.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Atmos is very good, and isn't that good news not to get the 2016 version? Well, you get it on digital. That's about it, right?
Not outside of the U.S.
Oh, not outside of the U.S. That is good news for those people. So there you go.
But like when you have the digital code thing, just type in the codes for the 3 movies that matter, and then throw it in the trash. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. But that's cool. It's a good pickup runner. Have you watched your 4K yet?
No.
But you've seen the movie. I know that.
Oh yeah, I saw it twice. Not in the theater. I saw it once. Well, once in the theater, of course, opening night, and then like once at home. I think when it was like dropped on digital.
Good, cool. All right.
I did like a private watch party kind of thing.
That's cool. I dig it. Tom, what do you got for us tonight? What's your first pick of the night?
Well, since I already blew my load on the big box set, I brought another box set.
Oh, what do you got? Nightmare. Oh, that's awesome. I almost brought my Rambo steelbook from the newest one. I like that. That's cool.
The steelbooks, I'm not, as usual, I'm not a huge fan of steelbooks, but these are kind of really nice art.
Oh, I like that.
That's really good.
And you got Teasel on the back.
I like when they do like the shadow on that, like that.
Yeah, and then and they got like a nice color motif here.
Oh, I like that one too.
With the shrine.
That's great fucking art, man.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And I actually already own these on 4K, so this is my second copy, actually.
Nice. I bought them each separately. I didn't buy the box set.
3.
It's awesome.
Close up on his face. And then, of course, this was the only way you could get the free copy anyway of Rambo Extended Cut, but it's digital only. The Last Blood one. I just hurt myself trying to get these fuckers out. I do like at least that they're in there tough, but they make it tough to get out. Ouch. Ugh. Plus, it doesn't help with my carpal tunnel. We got Rambo.
That's all. That movie is just.
Oh, that's a masterpiece.
It's a damn good one.
And last but not least, or actually, well, depends on your taste, I guess. I actually probably enjoyed this more than 3, but hey.
Yeah, I enjoyed it more than 3. Like I said, the beginning I have a bit of a problem with, but once it gets going, it's like, okay, I get where you're going with this.
And not only that, the extended cut shows that there was almost 15 minutes cut out of the beginning.
Right.
On top of various other scenes between the two villains and some other shit. So yeah, like, again though, it's a tougher one to get your hands on. That was a Best Buy exclusive. I think you can still get it though. Actually, I'm not sure on that.
I remember seeing it once at the Best Buy next to my college, and I wanted it so fucking bad, but I didn't have the money for it.
Hands down, First Blood, Bryant Barth. But anyway, yeah,
that's about to say First Blood.
Yeah, that does suck. Was it First Blood's the only one I've seen, and I've seen a little bit of 2, and it went kind of slow for me.
2 is a much different film, and when I was a kid, I loved 2, but on recent rewatch, 2 did kind of fall into the cheesy, and you're right, it does kind of drag considering how short the movie is in some spots.
Yeah, like I think the part I remember I left off of was when Rambo gets on the boat with that Asian chick.
Oh, so you didn't even get to the action bits yet, that's why, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, exactly. I was just like, where the hell's the action going? Oh.
This is my 4K, the newest one, Last Blood.
Nice.
That's kick ass.
Yeah. I just went and grabbed it real quick. It's just not one of my picks.
Nice. It's a different steelbook than the one of mine, of course.
Yeah, because you got the whole big steelbook. I bought each one of mine separate, and then this was the only one I bought on steelbook.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If you see
This is the only thing Rambo I have.
Oh, so you got them all.
I have them all. I do like this cover where he's like putting the bandana on. That's fucking awesome.
That's from part 3. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate part 3. Actually, I like all of them pretty well. Just 3 is just kind of...
3 gets a little out there.
It's long in the tooth on top of it.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say that's like people's least favorite.
It is.
Rambo.
Well, it's basically Rambo joins the Taliban. But
Yep. Facing down tanks on horses.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. It's great.
Something.
2008 though. 2008.
Oh yeah.
That movie just, when you watch it, you're thinking, oh, okay, he's doing another Rambo, and then you watch it, it's like, holy shit, this is almost as good as the first movie.
Yeah, I've heard people say that, and it's like that's what I'm looking forward to. But I gotta watch the other ones before.
Yes and no. I mean,
at least I want to.
I mean, there's little things that you'll pick up, but overall, as long as you've seen like the first film, pretty much, you can kind of get away with it. But it does kind of half-ass reference little things here and there from the other 3 or other 2, I should say.
If they kept the original ending, we wouldn't have got any of the other ones, and I mean,
Nope.
it would have been something different. But I think I got to go with the ending they have, the one they changed to. So
I think it would have been detrimental to not just the fact that, Stallone had a series out of it, but just the fact of the message
exactly
that the movie would have been sending. That the book, I think, the book is much different.
Very.
But I think we talked about this when Runner brought up
Mm-hmm.
one before, or you did. But yeah, because, I mean, in Rambo, the book, of course, he kills almost everybody and blows up half the fucking town.
Yeah.
And
so by the end, he's kind of
off his rocker.
Yeah.
But it kind of was just like, I think Stallone kind of saw the subtler nuance in the idea of like, this guy is not the problem, he's the victim, right? Of a situation that he couldn't control anymore. And that last scene is fucking beautiful. I can't believe he didn't get nominated for an Oscar for that.
I know, it's so good too. It's like so emotional the way
he's like,
does it.
Over there, I was in charge of $1 million equipment, and I was somebody, and I was important. Over here, I can't even keep a job parking fucking cars, like that kind of, like that whole scene was just like impactful as fuck, and that spoke to a whole group of men.
It really was.
Who were in Vietnam, and just at that point, there weren't terms like PTSD, TD, and stuff.
PTSD.
Like that. Yeah, PTSD or whatever you want to call it, like post-traumatic stress syndrome. Like a lot of that stuff, it was like even called like shell shock and things like that. And it was really treated differently. Like, and not only that, you were seen as weak if you did show any kind of emotion. So like I mean, knowing, because my dad went to Vietnam, and like just knowing the shit he went through, and at that time when that movie came out, it sparked a conversation in my family, right? And my dad talked about things he didn't talk about very often, and because of it, so it was a very poignant film. And then, of course, the second and third film were just more rah-rah, sis-boom-bah, pro-conservative 80s. But hey,
They were damn good, though, except for that third one. It was a little...
Fuck yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I like them. I liked your bucks out there, Tom. That's pretty cool.
Well, I kind of figured we'd blow the load on the... I knew I wasn't going to be the only one to bring Ghostbusters, so I have to have something else.
I was planning on having Afterlife tonight, but I have to wait a couple days.
And I'm sorry to hear you didn't get it, man.
Yeah, but that's all right. I mean...
Wait, so you have Afterlife?
No, it's on its way.
Oh, it's on its way. Okay.
It didn't come today. It's on its way, though, because I missed out on the box set, but I got the 4K.
Did you see the movie yet?
I'm waiting to watch my 4K.
Oh,
okay,
really?
got it. All right.
Yeah,
because I remember like anytime like we've like brought it up on like this show, it's like we asked if you've seen it. It's like no, not yet. It's like
I know I've been really really meaning to, but I have been freaking busy, so freaking busy. It's been so crazy.
Man, I think I had. Well, now I do. I was like,
I mean, at least I guess at least you saw Spider-Man.
I got lucky with Spider-Man. I got a
digital copy for a while there too. It was like
I got lucky with Spider-Man, and I just haven't had a chance to actually sit down and watch just get into a movie. I mean, if I told you some of the crap that's gone on here in the past since 2022 started, it's crazy.
Do you know? Is there a confirmed date of when No Way Home's coming out?
Not
I
yet.
heard April.
I've been hearing April 12th. From what
I don't think they'll stick with anything yet. And last I saw, they haven't set a date for it.
So I was gonna say, like, if it's April 12th, that's perfect because that's like 2 days after my birthday.
I heard March originally, but no date in March. No date, but just other March. And then I heard they pushed it to April. So I think they're giving it time to continue. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
but
I mean, that steelbook or whatever looks cool, but that's probably gonna be sold out like a motherfucker.
Well, there was already articles being or jokes being made in the articles like about the box office or whatever it was last weekend about how Far From Home might be the first movie in history to ever still be number one at the box office when the video is released.
You mean No Way Home, not Far From Home?
Did I say Far From Home? Sorry.
Yeah.
No Way Home.
I mean, to not get confused, Tom pointed this out on Midnight's Edge. Just call it the better Spider-Man 3. Because it's
learning. I'm so proud.
It's the only. No, it's true. It's the only good Spider-Man 3 movie.
It is.
It is. I mean, as much as the original Sam Raimi gets flack, it's a fun watch. But yeah, this one is the Spider-Man 3, the best Spider-Man 3.
It's not even Sam Raimi's fault that movie's bad.
No, it's not. That's what you call studio meddling. And Avi Arad.
I was gonna say Avi Arad. I was gonna say Sony. Oh, not Sony and Avi Arad. There you go.
Yeah. But I guess I'll go with mine, Nanette.
Don't you love Topher Grace's Venom?
No, I don't.
No.
And you can thank that movie for him leaving that 70s show.
Yeah. And then they added that stupid character that is just like, yeah, I'm not watching the show now.
That's his thing is like after that's like one good way to piss off what fan base you do kind of have is like people associated with him with that show. And there's one thing that people in Hollywood never seem to learn is that when you're on a hit show and you are the star, do not think you can just go launch yourself into a fucking movie career. It ain't going to work. It has never worked for anyone.
Nope.
Ever that I can think of offhand, unless they wait until the show is over or they stay with the show. The only two people I can think of that have ever done that successfully was Jim Carrey.
Yep.
And Will Smith. And both of them stayed on the show. And Jim Carrey stayed even like a year longer than he really had to, even though they continued the show after it without him. He was not really the star of that show. So we'll give that one an asterisk.
What about Michael J. Fox?
He stayed on the show all the way through.
Yeah, he stayed on the show and he still did movies.
Still did movies at the same damn time. That's what I'm saying. You can do both. Clooney.
He ended up leaving, but he got...
I was going to say, that's kind of more of the... And it helped that he had an ensemble, but ER was never the same without him.
Yeah.
But no, George Clooney might be the exception to the rule. You're right.
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
But what's-his-face from X-Files couldn't do it.
Nope, David Duchovny.
No, and then the what's-his-face redhead from NYPD Blue who's on...
David Caruso.
David Caruso, thank you.
Yep. Yeah, he halfway through the second season, he thought he was going to be huge.
Oh, fuck. What's-her-face from Star Trek TNG?
Oh, yeah. What was her name?
I can't even remember now.
Neither can I.
My brain is fried at this point. I'm horrible with names as it is.
I don't know.
Williams, I think he did movies while he was still on Mork and Mindy, but his career, as far as movie-wise, didn't get big until after he left the show because his first couple movies flopped.
Yeah.
I think his first decent hit, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back and look, but I think would have been either Club Paradise or The World According to Garp. One of those two.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That would actually have been a semi-box office success. Even though Popeye did technically make money, people still say it's a flop.
I like Popeye.
I love
Popeye. Has that ever come out on a...
Yeah, it's got a regular Blu-ray. Just came out last year, finally. That was actually my first VHS, Greg.
Really?
Yes, I got one of the... Nice. It was one of the early Paramount releases when they first jumped into the the for sale game. They had a bunch of movies that they brought out. Well,
That's
not a bunch,
awesome.
but a couple. It was like I think Star Trek: The Motion Picture was one of them, and Star Trek 2, and Popeye. Gosh, I can't remember the other ones.
Was MASH one of them?
No, that was a Fox.
That's different. Yeah, that's Fox. Never mind.
Clue was one of the other ones.
There you go.
And I want to say there was maybe 2 more, but I can't remember offhand. But yeah, Paramount just put out like the first 6 or 9 titles or whatever it was the first year, and they were all for sale.
Yeah.
For like
Denise
$29.99.
Crosby. Is it Tasha Yar?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
And then I think one of the other ones might have been like American Gigolo, or what's the other one he did? Not American Gigolo.
Officer and a Gentleman.
Officer and a Gentleman might have been one of the other ones. And I think Saturday Night Fever would have been the last one, if I'm not mistaken.
Those are cool. That's cool.
If
awesome.
my memory serves me correctly.
That's cool, Tom. I like that. I
the
like
very
hearing
first
that.
Disney movie ever released on VHS and beta. Does anybody know? The animated, not the regular movies.
Isn't it Snow White?
No, it was actually Pinocchio.
Oh, it's Pinocchio.
Oh.
I did not
Because
know
the
that.
first round of movies that Disney put out, they refused to put any of their animated films on video. So their first movies that released on video were like Tron, Pete's Dragon, The Ample Dumpling Gang, a couple of, I can't remember the other ones, but like probably I think like the computer that wore tennis shoes, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks I think was the other one. I think Mary Poppins was the biggest of those bunch.
Why did they refuse to do it at the time?
Oh, at the time they did not want movies out. Like we would have had VCRs back in the 60s had the Hollywood not tried to stamp them down. Because VCRs and video recordings actually been capable of doing that since the 50s. And people did actually own home recorders and stuff, but you had to be rich because they're expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
And we actually talked about this the other day. Roddy McDowell was actually wrapped up in a lot of the early situation of this because him and a bunch of other people got busted for having bootlegged VHS and beta movies. This was before the studios had released official movies. And then he got blacklisted by a lot of his friends in Hollywood because he narked out all his friends. So for almost 10 years or so, he didn't have a career. It wasn't until Fright Night that he kind of had a comeback.
Yeah.
But it was because he narked out all his friends that, they used to trade like 16 millimeter and 35 millimeter and films and stuff like that. Well, then you had these shady companies that were doing VHS. Well, then a lot of these other people would transfer the films to VHS and beta and stuff like that and sell them. And there wasn't a real market for it yet. So like these guys were making there wasn't a controlled market for it yet from the studios. So these guys were making hand over fist on these bootlegs, right?
Right.
But they busted them through these big actors because they knew they had these big old like collections of movies because obviously they're film fans. So, yeah, it's actually an interesting story to get into the history of the studios hated VHS and beta. They wanted to kill it.
Yeah, I do remember hearing that.
They wanted video disc or something else only that could not be copied or transferred.
No, because I remember back in the day when I was like very little, we had VHS, and it was most of the Disney animated stuff because that's what my sister would watch. Like,
they owned the market on that once they finally came to the table. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that was just something my sister really watched, and not me, because I don't care about any of the Disney princess stuff. It's not my thing.
No, but it makes no sense why they were afraid because, everybody wanted these movies to watch over and over again, especially kids.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the best thing is VHS and beta wore out, and they would keep them in a vault for 7 years. So right around that time, they'd re-release them again. The old VHSs were wearing out, and new kids were born, and just at the right age to start all over again. They had a perfect gimmick going.
Yeah, and that's
they don't anymore. They basically turned all their classic entertainment into nothing but content now because it's almost all on Disney Plus.
Yep, and they're not big on. It sounds like they're still not big on releasing things.
And when they do, they fuck it up like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's what it's like. That's why it's on one hand I'm excited to see if we actually get Tombstone whenever that may be on 4K, because there was some back and forth whether that may actually not happen now at all.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was you who brought that up to me, but somebody did, and yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hearing that too. Like,
That transfer better be fucking good.
That's what I'm worried about. It's Disney, so
I'd be more worried
Exactly.
about just getting it in general at this point.
yeah. I guess I'll go. Since it is the day, I have Groundhog's Day on 4K,
What
Oh,
a
nice.
winky dink!
starring Bill Murray.
You fucker! You got the slip cover.
Yes, I do.
God, make me big too.
But yeah, there you go. There's my Groundhog Day. I'm sure. There you go. I'll make it. Let me throw you.
I didn't even know it was out on 4K.
It was originally just like a Best Buy exclusive 4K.
That was one of my other picks. By the way.
Was it? I figured it might have been, but I wanted to get to mine first because I knew you guys
it
would
once
have
you
the
mentioned the
Ghostbusters.
Groundhog Day thing. I'm like, fuck. Here I was worried about Ghostbusters. And
That's what. Well, I heard you guys. I knew like I probably figured Runner was going to bring Ghostbusters, and I thought maybe you'd bring yours, so I figured I'd do
actually thought
Groundhog
you got
Day
the
first.
Box set, so I actually feel bad now, but yeah.
Oh man, it's okay.
No, but it's a great transfer. Oh my god, did you watch it yet?
Oh yeah, I've watched it. It's great. It's
God,
awesome.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I haven't watched it today, but I did watch it. And it is smooth. I like the colors, the way it pops. And I love that the fact
Great
like
green structure on it.
yes, it's so
from
good.
The negative.
Oh man, it's like plays clear and it's just
Dolby Atmos is a nice uptick.
Mm-hmm. The sound is amazing. Such a good movie too. And Harold Ramis and I can't remember. He spent like what? How many years there? Did they decide?
They had
like 300 maybe.
Oh,
no, not 300 years.
It was like only like
20 years or something like that.
Like I want to say it was like some off. Like for some reason 6. So it was either like 16 or 26. I think it was. I can't remember which.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Somebody else said it was more like months, not years. But I'm like, but somebody else argued then because I think there's I don't know if it's on this one, but there was some. I seen some like thing with scientists talking about the whole thing. And they were like trying to determine how long he was in this time loop because they were talking about it from a scientific point of view. It may even be on this.
I think it might be on that.
Yeah, the Weight of Time documentary. I think that might be.
Yeah, I think I watched that, but I just can't
these
remember.
Physicists talking about how time loops work and how this would work and how long he would actually be in that time loop and all this shit. And I might be mixing it up with the commentary because I know they bring it up on the commentary as well. But yeah.
Yeah, I can never remember.
In the commentary, I think they like Harold Ramis says something like he figures he was there for like 6 months or something like that. And then whoever else was with them on the commentary. Let's see here. It's just Harold Ramis. It says here, but I could have swore he was talking to somebody else on the commentary.
Maybe Dan Aykroyd's on there.
No, he's not.
No.
No, I just thought there was just somebody there talking with him. Maybe there is, and it just doesn't list who it is because he's just like some journalist or something.
Yeah.
Because I think he was talking about it. He's like 6 months, and then whoever's with him or something like that, or maybe just Ramis just says it later. Is like somebody else brought it up to him. Is that he's basically there until the season changes.
Yeah.
6 weeks. Because the groundhog saw his shadow. 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah.
So like, but it's for him to be able to learn all that shit in 6 weeks. That's kind of stretching it. So like, I'd probably go along with more what the physicists are saying. Because like, then again, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to see. Oh yeah, the original script was thousands of years.
Yeah, it was like thousands of years. I'm trying to find it. I think I see one here that says 10 years, but I don't know.
See, that's what I was saying. I was thinking it was going more of like the 16 years or something like that. I think the physicists figure.
Yeah. But it's just such a great movie, and it's just so many great bits. Used to be my old girlfriend.
You know, I love Ghostbusters. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not comparing the two because I think Ghostbusters as more of a Harold Ramis / Dan Aykroyd / Ivan Reitman film.
Yeah.
This as a pure Harold Ramis movie is Harold Ramis's best movie.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, I love Multiplicity. I love his work on Caddyshack and Stripes and all that business, but this, and he's written a lot more movies than you know of, kids, actually. Go look at his fucking IMDb. I mean, this movie, though, is amazing. And this,
I haven't seen Groundhog Day in a
See, I
while.
wanna say-
I don't remember it very well.
they don't say that the writer's on here, but it says him and Danny Rubin wrote this. Maybe I think Danny was on the track with him, but I haven't listened to it in years.
Yeah.
Because the old Blu-ray I had here before the remaster, which is literally one of those old Sony ones where they still have the silver bit on the bottom. So, if you guys know what I'm talking about, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck you in your cover.
I got the slip. It's just I got it when it was like brand new, and I loved it.
And
I
kudos
watched it.
for Sony for going back to the original poster art too.
Oh yes, exactly.
Oh my god, I'm so glad that Sony's been doing that for most of these releases, sans the Ghostbuster ones. They are like, I think others have brought that up earlier on our stream.
Yes,
I'm fine with the 4K covers for Ghostbusters. I don't know. I mean, I wish they'd bring up the original, but yeah, I get what you mean.
I'm such a cover snob that like unless I'm going to be showing a cover here in a little bit. Unless you're able to pull off some really cool art like that, I even still would rather have the original cover art sometimes.
Yeah.
Just because it's just so synonymous with some of these older classic films that it just, like, when I see that iconic image, it just, you know, I know what it is.
Yeah, I really wish, yeah, like studios like Sony and whoever like could have like covers and you can like flip it around to the original one, kind of like what Shout and Arrow and whoever else does it. Really
for the most part, though, outside of the Ghostbusters, like I said, Sony at least has been, when they do redo their thing, like this is the original poster art compared to, look at this fucking choppy.
I know that. I always hated that. I always hated that.
Dumbest shit ever.
That is so.
That's why when I got my 4K, I was like, goodbye. So I got this.
And like, especially like with Karate Kid and shit, because I fucking hated the Blu-ray art for Karate Kid 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing.
Actually, I hated it for the first one too. For the release,
the first one's fine.
The first one for all those other releases. I mean, not until these 4K releases, runner that we got, they finally took it back to the original poster art. The poster art,
I agree.
We had before was horrible shit.
I agree. I'm just saying, like this right here.
Oh yeah, I fucking hate that. That is horrible looking.
I don't hate it. It's fine.
Compared to the original iconic image.
No, I agree with you there. It's not as good as the original, but I'm fine. Like,
I get it. I'm a snob because like I can look at these pictures and like I'll point out like all the times they use that image from part 3, no matter what they're talking about, and it's like that is from part 3. You can tell because of his chubby ass face, and not only that, he's doing kata. He doesn't learn kata until part 3. But it's always on the cover of part 1. It's like, you dumb fuckers. It's as bad as Warner Brothers constantly using the art for fucking Ninja Turtles 3 on every single fucking release.
Everyone.
It's like, not only did you... Okay, first of all, you're using the worst iterations of them.
Speaking of which, I just have been seeing that Ninja Turtles rocking tour thing where the...
Oh, don't remind me. Even as much as I love that, because I do have the tapes. I actually have 2 copies of that tape still.
Yeah. It's just his outfits, man.
I just got the audio tape. I don't have the video, but that's all over YouTube. You can find that.
Yeah.
That's a part of Turtle history we kind of try to forget. Almost as much as Next Mutation.
Yeah, that show sucked. That was horrible.
I saw images of Next Mutation. It looks bad just from looking at the images.
Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah. And Dan Blackwood says Ramis was really good overall for doing commentaries for his movies, and he made them informative and entertaining too. He got pretty truthful about Bill Murray and his Groundhog Day one. I'm gonna have to go listen to that. I haven't listened to the commentary.
It's been a while since I've listened to it, but he's right. His commentaries are amazing. I fucking miss Harold. He was a God, and that's one thing about Ghostbusters Afterlife that really gets you. You know.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see that.
He is just such a great talent that was lost so early.
What they do to what's the word?
Pay homage.
Yeah, thank you. Pay homage to Harold Ramis was fucking brilliant in Afterlife. Like I can't wait to hear your thoughts on the movie.
I've been meaning to. I know. It's been. I could have seen it by now on digital and everything. It's just I really, honestly, haven't had time. And if it wasn't for like free tickets to Spider-Man, I probably wouldn't have seen Spider-Man so soon either.
You got tickets for free?
Yeah, I got free tickets.
How?
To go see it. My sister-in-law.
Your what?
My sister-in-law.
Oh.
The company she works for, they give her free tickets to movies, and so she always gets these tickets to like the really big ones.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why I'm never like really worried to miss out on a movie in theaters.
My sister works, or I don't know if she still works there, but she worked at an AMC, and my friends and I saw Dune on IMAX for free because of that.
There you go. That's cool.
Yeah, that was fucking great. The only thing we paid for were the concessions, and that's it.
Yeah.
But no, I was very surprised we managed to get free tickets because I thought it was gonna be just less money than what it was. Because each ticket was like $20 fucking to see that movie on IMAX, and I sat in like the worst spot ever to see that movie. Because of course everyone takes the middle, like the very middle section, and me and my friends are in the far right corner. Fucking terrible.
Why does that not surprise me with the bill? Of course, I probably already knew that, but
yeah, with American Sign Language.
There's also a really great book, and I'm trying to think of the fucking name of it now. Here, let me look because I have the Kindle version, I think.
Yeah. But I loved Groundhog Day, and I know
it's called Wild and Crazy Guys, is what it's called. It's a, and I have the audio book of it. That's why, yeah. And it's a great book. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But it covers like a bunch of 80s movies.
It's cool. You know, I like that. But yeah. And I feel, honestly, it feels like Groundhog Day right now with everything that's headed my way where I live. We got the pressure coming up down here, and it's going to be, no, we're having a snowstorm. It's ice and snow, so we'll be stuck in the house.
Yeah, they had to close school today, which was nice, but I think they're probably going to open it back up tomorrow.
They closed the school here for the kids tomorrow already, and it hasn't happened yet.
Would love a snow day.
Oh my god. I remember snow days back in elementary school. Good.
Yeah, I cannot recommend this book enough if you're a fan of 80s comedy.
I'm going to have to check that out. Definitely. It's going on my list.
The audiobook is narrated by Booger.
I love that. That's awesome.
Oh, that's a cool image, actually.
That's cool.
Yeah, Curtis Armstrong does the narration for the audiobook. It's fucking amazing.
Fucking I love his voice.
But on my list.
That's great.
But
yeah, it tells you about the making of all those movies, including Groundhog's Day. It's awesome.
That's cool.
Hey, Sherry.
It's funny because a lot of people who accused us of stealing info from the Netflix Ghostbusters thing, considering we dropped our video like the same day or a day after, I can't remember which. All the information I got was mostly from that book. So anybody who accuses us, that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, no, I didn't get to see that. I've still never actually watched the Netflix special. I didn't even know about it until after people were telling me about it in the comments. They're like, you guys just ripped off everything from the Ghostbusters special. I'm like, what? And I went and seen the movies that made us. I'm like, what? So they did another spin-off of the toys that made us? Okay, like, all right, whatever. But like,
movie.
Huh?
I was gonna say, that movie. I was like, what Ghostbusters special on Netflix?
Yeah, the movies that made us thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to see that yet.
They're just basically overproduced videos like we do.
Yeah, pretty much. That's crazy. But they
do actually get interviews and stuff with the real people usually, which, I mean, they're pretty well done productions. Don't get me wrong. If I had the ability, that's pretty much the stuff I would do probably.
Same here. If I could too, I would do more stuff like that, because I've been wanting to get into more different type of videos myself.
Yeah, but that book's really great because it's got nobody to be beholden to, so it pretty much tells you everything, warts and all. So
That's cool. Will go on my list, Tom. You would where we tend to make you buy things. You guys tend to make me add a bunch. I have a huge list of stuff I've been meaning to get to.
no, it was an awesome book.
Yeah. All right, Runner. What do you got for us on this Groundhog's Day for your second pick?
It's funny. This no joke. I didn't put this there because we mentioned the show, but I have a box set of that 70s show.
Oh, nice.
Cool. And the
I
Blu-ray.
picked that up too. How much did you get it for?
Fuck. It was I purchased it in Best Buy.
I was gonna say Best Buy had a good price on it for Black Friday. I know, but
it I don't know if I got it before or after Black Friday, because it wasn't there when I was there in Black Friday. But yeah, as you can see, there's Venom from Spider-Man.
I was gonna say, how do you do this every time, Runner? Like, and not manage to bring up the fact.
He does it.
When you mentioned the whole when you mentioned Topher Grace's
career, show.
Yeah, career, the 70s show, I thought about showing this on camera, but I'm like, nope, I'm gonna save it.
You're awesome. That's awesome, dude. Either way, that's just perfect.
And then there's Meg from Family Guy.
I swear I'm gonna start calling you Psychic Runner.
I know, it's I brought up King Kong Lives, and then at the very end he brings up King Kong.
Yeah,
dude, that's the original movie.
And then you brought up Night of the Living Dead, and I brought up Zack Snyder's time.
What will we do next week?
He's got some kind of what do you call that, ESPN or something?
Yeah.
I don't know why it just happens. So I like the show so far.
I do like the show. It's a good show.
I liked the show for about 4 years, and then it kind of wore on me.
I fell out of the latter episodes.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first. To be fair, I've only seen the first 3 seasons because when it was on Netflix, I binge watched. At least I tried to binge watch some of it until they took it down. I was like, damn it. But now I own it all on physical, so I can just I can keep it.
And from what I understand, if I remember, because I remember watching something about that, is speaking of Topher Grace, a lot of the cast didn't actually like him on the in the show. Really? Yeah. Because Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson and Fez, Wilmer Valderrama, they all sort of them three all sort of got got along real great, and then Topher Grace and what's the red-haired girl's name? It was it was basically them two for most of the series, is because that's who he was with most of the time, and she was the only one that really liked him. But I'm sure they all really really like him. I just remember hearing stuff where he was kind of not part of their clique.
No, so Topher Grace was kind of in her camp, and then the 3 other dudes were in their own space. Was kind of the thing.
Yeah, well, and she married Danny Masterson's brother, so.
Oh.
Let's not even get into his.
Yeah, let's not get into all that.
when I watched the full first season of this show, one thing I noticed. Yeah,
go ahead.
That's her name. The one thing I noticed was Topher Grace. Well, there are 2 things. Okay. I could when I watched his performance in this show, I'm like, okay, I can sort of see why they pick him to play Eddie Brock, because he feels like another he feels like Tobey Maguire in a I Like
That's why they cast it. They went the duality role for that.
Exactly. Like, I'm just like, is this why they casted him as Venom? God damn it. It's fucking terrible. And Kano, because like there's a big resemblance to him with Tobey Maguire. I'm just like, fuck.
That's pretty much why they casted him. And yeah, Brian, that like I said, about season 4, season 5, that's about where I started jumping off myself.
I'm glad it's not just me that thought of that, Greg.
Well, that's the whole reason that, like, if you watch the behind the scenes stuff of Spider-Man, that's literally like the whole reason they cast him. It was just like the duality of Topher Grace and Tobey Maguire.
I thought Sam Raimi was just committing self-sabotage, but hey.
Yeah, that too. That could have been because he doesn't like Venom. He didn't really know him. He grew up with more of the classic characters.
He wanted to bring the whole Stan Lee, Steve Ditko.
Yeah, he didn't want Venom, and they kind of forced it on him.
And Venom, yeah. well, Venom was in the Todd McFarlane era.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sam had no attachment whatsoever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it didn't look like he was going for the Todd McFarlane stuff, like just the old stuff.
None of that is any excuse for what he did with Sandman and retconning.
Oh yeah,
that pisses me off.
I can't stand that they did it myself.
I liked Sandman for the most part, except for the retcon. I agree.
Yeah, totally agree. Like, you didn't need that retcon. All you needed was for Peter to realize, maybe sometimes people are doing things not because they're just fucking criminals.
Exactly. They could have had him do the same way.
Because he's got the kid already. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like retconning Uncle Ben's death with Sandman, or was it? It was so Marco,
they could give him this convoluted forgiveness. Fucking
it was.
You could have done that through Eddie Brock.
Exactly.
The guy who tried to beat him and kill him. Oh, exactly. I forgive you. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
and then at the end, Spider-Man's like, or Peter's like, I forgive you. I'm like, why?
Because
we could go into it all day.
Trust me, Spider-Man 3 is one of those movies that just needed one more fucking rewrite.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody to go, look, you cannot have Venom basically just being gnarly looking Spider-Man in a black suit.
Exactly.
You have to make him look like Venom.
Exactly.
There's zero excuse that he does not look like a big chonky 90s shitty CGI mess.
and this corrects me too, because it says Darren Blackwood said the skinniest Eddie Brock ever conceived, and he literally put on 20 pounds of muscle for the movie.
No. That's one.
At least that's what he says.
Minus the spider, I will say at least they got right in the new Venom movies is the look of Venom and how he moves and everything like that. Just minus the spider part, to me that's how I always envisioned Venom.
Yeah, me too.
So if they could have just done that.
Yeah, they could have.
Yeah, and speaking of Sandman, it was really cool seeing him back in No Way Home.
Yeah,
it's just his voice.
It was sort of interesting, that he's
sort of. Did we get to see his face for one scene there?
Yeah, but that was actually this. They just reused
footage.
Yeah, they just reused the scene where he turned into Sandman. No, just reversed it.
No, you know that one scene in Spider-Man 3 where he's like melting because of like water in the sewer. They used stock footage from that for him to gain his human.
Well, why didn't they? Does he look that different? I guess I haven't seen him in that.
I think it's they spend all their money on all the other people.
No, if you look at.
I'm sorry, but Thomas Hayden Christensen can't cost that much.
You would think.
I was gonna say, like, if you look at him now, he has aged, but like.
Did I say Christensen? I meant Church. Sorry.
Yeah, Thomas Hayden Church. Yes. Thomas Hayden Church. And they use stock footage of I
the
forgot
lizard too.
Yeah, the lizard. Kurt Connors. What's the actor's name?
I don't remember.
Yeah. That scene where he's cured and Tom Holland's like. He's like, Dr. Connors, are you all right? And then it's just him sitting down. That's literally like the right side of stock footage from the first Amazing Spider-Man film.
That's how much I have not seen it. I wasn't even sure it was the same guy.
Yeah.
No,
Rhys Ifans.
Rhys Ifans.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name.
Wow, Thomas Hayden Church.
Thomas Hayden Church looks like Jim Varney now.
I guess I'll have to look and see what he looks like.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, honestly, so I don't know. And welcome to Bat.
Age as gracefully as somebody in one of my picks tonight, I guess. Or actually, two of my picks tonight, we should say.
That's good. And the Bat has got his Ghostbuster 4K set today, so congratulations on that, the Bat.
That's awesome.
Word up.
But yeah, the 70s show. I remember Tom was just he got it. I remember him talking about it, and he was watching it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I liked it. I enjoyed it. Like with you, Greg. I remember I fell out, but I went back and I of course was part of the however many million people that watched the finale because
yeah, I
I
was
had to go
too.
back and check it out. But I really watched scattered episodes here and there, and it
Yeah,
was only because I happened to catch them on happenstance. I mean, I really just kind of lost interest in the show when Topher left, kind of thing.
yeah, me too. But it was good. It was a good show
Tommy
for why it
Chong was a
started.
nice addition, though.
Yes, and I did like
So
that.
the episodes I've seen with him afterwards, here and there, I do like. But I love, like, I love Kurtwood Smith, right? Like, I mean,
Yes,
he's my boy. He's from not too far away from where I grew up and was born, and I mean, I just love the guy. So
yeah,
like a lot of who he is are guys I know from Wisconsin, right? Like he's doing it spot the fuck on.
yeah. And are you into looking forward to the '90s show?
I kind of am if they do it right.
I,
Because like if it's mainly surrounding like because here's the thing is it sounds like they're gonna have a rougher time getting the kids back than they are that's gonna be more revolved around Kitty and Red, which is fine
yeah,
by me. If it's like basically my idea for Married with grandchildren only with that '70s show, I'm fine with that.
right.
That's great because I would love to see Red go up against some PC '90s kids.
Yeah, that would be funny.
I remember hearing about that. I don't know. I gotta hear more from it. I don't know. I mean, I
Oh, it
do.
could totally go off the rails. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I
It
mean, I
could. Yeah.
do. I do like the Red Foreman character.
I mean, if
My
it's just like
favorite joke of his is when Kitty's like, Red, do you think I'm smart? Is that what we're gonna do today? Fight?
I love that. He's such a great character. As I'm saying, if it could be just Red and Kitty and like
Dumbass.
their grandkids, and maybe if they could get like Topher Grace
I
and
mean,
Laura Prepon back,
I mean, he was. I mean,
that would be fun. But I mean, I could deal with just
I mean, he
like
was.
that.
I was gonna say he was fucking hilarious in RoboCop too.
Yeah, yeah, of
Here's
course.
my fucking phone call.
Bitches leave.
Bitches leave.
You know that's my customary closing.
Dick Jones! I work for Dick Jones! Dick Jones works for the cops, or OCP. OCP owns the cops.
That's great. One of the greatest character actors there
Who's
is,
that?
man.
He's a cop killer. Oh, I can't wait till that comes out on 4K. Getting me.
Oh yeah, it's been delayed. Actually, it's been delayed till
Don't
April.
tell me this.
Sorry, I just remembered that too.
What's been delayed?
RoboCop on 4K has been delayed till April. It was supposed to come out in March, but they moved it to April.
Okay,
Well, actually,
that's not so bad. I can deal with that.
Actually, that's better for me because April's my birthday.
So,
And
there
I
you
can
go.
ask for
Saying
RoboCop.
this, like we're gonna buy shit for you or something.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting you to
I'm
buy
kidding.
shit from me. I'm
I'll
talking,
I need to.
I'm talking about my parents.
I might.
Because my parents like sometimes like mostly on Christmas they're like make a list like what do you want, like they still do that, so I don't know.
My parents were
Nice.
like, make a list. Wish you had that shit.
Make a list now. Crumble it up and throw it in the garbage.
and
Just like the rest of your dreams.
The reason I like to like know that is like whenever it comes out it's like okay then like that can exactly like I could take advantage of that kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's just how I do it.
that's
This
cool.
is how we do it.
It's Friday night. Anyways, what do you got for us, Tom? What's your second pick of the night?
Okay. Speaking of men who age gracefully, an
Me?
Ubermensch, if I ever see well, besides you, of course, yes, you do. Because I can't believe how old you really are.
Exactly.
That was a bit of a shock to me. I really did think you were a lot younger than you are.
Yes, I get that a lot.
I brought, of course, I always have multiple copies of the same movie, but
Yes.
a movie
Oh,
we talked
nice.
about a couple of weeks ago.
Love that
New
movie.
York, and of course, I've got the
Yes.
imported 4K. And speaking of original poster art, at least with the Shout Factory, I've actually thought about putting this on my 4K edition, but I'm sure Shout's going to be doing a 4K edition sooner or later.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the Blu-ray for Escape from New York, it's like unavailable.
This is one of those iconic covers that when I see it, I instantly know what it is. Right?
right.
yeah.
And honestly, the reason for that runner is because they're probably going to release a 4K here. I
Mhm.
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. No, because like when you go to the John Carpenter like section on Shout. It's like it's not there, but when you search up on Shout Factory, like the search bar, you type John Carpenter, you look through all the stuff, even the ones that aren't available. There's Escape from New York on there, but when's Escape from LA coming on 4K?
Escape from
coming on
LA is
4K.
actually coming soon. Yeah, and sorry
Yeah.
about that, guys. I think I fixed my audio.
Oh
now.
yeah. Okay. There you go. Thanks, Larry. I was hearing you fine, but I wasn't sure.
Well, it might be because I had the stereo on. If I'm coming out of one channel more than others, depending on your phone, you might not hear me as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the Studio Canal Carpenter collection is brilliant. They have some good releases.
Yeah, that's what this is. The same thing.
Yeah,
as there.
With the white cover.
But this actually has the 4K, the 4K plus the Blu-ray, and I think they happen to get most of the same special features that Shout has here, but I'm not 100% on that. That's the only reason I haven't gotten rid of my.
But can we talk about the cast to that movie? Kurt Russell, you got Adrian Barbeau, you got Donald Pleasance, and Isaac. What's his name?
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes. Yes.
Yeah, Chef.
I mean,
Chef from South Park.
Talk about a cast, man.
Did you said Donald Pleasance, but did you say Ernest Borgnine?
No, Ernest Borgnine. I forgot Ernest Borgnine was great. Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. Like the only two people I actually knew from Escape from New York were Kurt Russell and Donald Pleasance. And then when I watched
number one, you're the Duke.
So when I watched Escape from LA, which I think was kind of recent, it's fine.
Lee Van Cleef, yeah.
It's not John Carpenter's best.
Escape from New York?
No, Escape from LA.
Oh fuck no.
Oh yeah, we knew that was
Escape from New York, Ray Do.
Yeah.
I know, but
because I would almost argue, aside from Halloween, Escape from New York might be his best film.
They Live in Halloween always gets me the most.
They Live. I mean,
the
thing is my favorite. I'm sorry.
I do like The Thing, but I'll tell you what though, Snake Plissken is just one of those characters, right?
He's freaking badass, man.
Oh, he's great.
I mean, in the simplicity of the story. And what they pulled off with, I think the budget was like 12 million, not even 12 million. I think it was a lot less than that. Sadly, I don't think
Big Trouble's up there with me too.
I do love Big Trouble as well, but I mean, just overall, for some reason, this is probably the one that I think.
Well, let's be honest here. If we're going to go top 4 John Carpenter films, it's Escape from New York, Halloween, The Thing, and They Live.
Oh, definitely. But
Big Trouble is number 5. So.
But I mean, just overall, I think this shows the most of his abilities, along with making a really great movie. Like I said, on a very simple idea.
I get it, because that's where he excels at.
Honestly, Greg, I prefer Big Trouble over They Live. They Live's great, but
I get you, man.
I just like how
that's the thing. As much as I love They Live and I love Roddy Piper, he doesn't really have much of a character in the movie.
He's basically
playing Roddy Piper.
Yeah,
and I didn't like how Keith David's character went out. I didn't.
Yeah,
I mean, I have a love-hate not a hate so much, but a love, but it's not in my top John Carpenter with They Live. It's a great concept, but I'm going to say something sacrilegious. I would almost not be against a decent remake as long as they did it right, but I know it's impossible in today's day and age.
Yeah, well, the remake in today's day,
or even a semi-rebootable.
Dude, you know the signs where it's consume and all that stuff. It's that's literally where we live today.
They would reverse it to where the aliens were the good guys.
Exactly.
And yes, Bart, Snake is better than Jack Burton because Jack Burton's not even the hero.
Jack Burton is cool. He's cool.
The sidekick.
He's the sidekick. Snake Plissken is a badass mother.
Snake.
Plissken. I mean, yeah, just that name, the eye patch.
You were dead.
Well, yeah. Well, obviously Snake's a badass. So yeah, I would go for Snake over Jack Burton, but I do have a special place for Jack Burton. Jack Burton's awesome.
Jack Burton is a great character. He really is. But I gotta go Snake.
Dude, I would love a fucking Jack Burton tank top. I really would.
I'm sure you can find them. I'm sure they sell them.
No, they sell them in Amazon, but I want to wear one over the summer. and
There you go. Pick you one up.
just hold like a machine gun up top and just
Yeah. But you got to think though, like we're comparing, like it's almost like comparing fine wine against fine wine.
Exactly. I mean, how do you compare fine wine against fine wine? Just know that they're both good.
Same vineyard, different years, basically.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say for Escape from LA is like the cast in that I recognize more. Like, of course, you got John Carpenter, Bruce Campbell is in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, Escape from LA was his big budget studio version of
it. Yeah, I know. I mean, it looked like a Robert Rodriguez film.
Which is sad because he could have made a decent trilogy out of these movies. Because then the third film is clearly set up to be Escape the Earth, right?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, exactly. I'm just like, why wasn't there a third movie? Like, I felt like it was supposed to be a trilogy.
Just watch the movie Lockdown. It's essentially a ripoff of those, and it's like basically the third movie, but he's not as cool as a snake at all.
You also have Steve, what's his name? Steve Buscemi?
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, he's in that. The chick that plays Jackie Brown.
Oh yeah, she's great in that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I do actually like Escape from LA more than most people do.
I like it too, but
me too, and
I like.
But I don't deny that it's basically The Force Awakens before The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Except you don't have another character taking over for Snake at least.
Yeah.
Snake is still Snake.
I mean,
Call me Snake.
Kurt Russell, man, dude's awesome. Can't go wrong with John Carpenter and Kurt Russell.
Oh, yeah, I mean some of the CG shit's like weird.
Yeah, that's the worst part of Escape from LA, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
that and the basketball scene was dumb.
The basketball scene just put me in the wrong place.
But as far as scans go, I mean, even though this is from the original negative, I hate to say this, Escape from New York is not one of those movies that was made to be prestigious. Well, no, the 4K is fine. It's just as far as an upgrade that much over the Shout Blu-ray that's from the same scan, not much.
I get you.
It's a dark movie.
Yeah, it's a lot of
shot on very low quality film stock. It's it was put together with bubble gum and tape. I mean, it shows, but it's part of its charm at the same time. So.
Right.
It's the best it's ever going to look. Let's just put it that way.
And it's just, you got it that way, and it's just such a good movie. So you can't really go wrong with the Blu-ray or the 4K on it.
I'll be interested to see if Shout does anything to it to kind of maybe spruce it up a little bit, because this is a very dingy looking transfer. Although these are supposed to be, I think, the same people who did the Thing transfer, but I'm not 100%.
So did you say they was going to do like a 4K of In the Mouth of Madness?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
That was one. I
really like that one.
Yeah, that was one of the things that came in the mail for me today. Still got to watch it.
And Mike's not here, but he'd be one of the first to tell you, besides me, that 9 times out of 10, once something goes out of print somewhere, that means them or somebody else is about to release it somewhere else.
Yep.
4K, or just
and chances are whatever. Yeah. But Kino's been coming in and just soaking up everything. And
I know. I mean, like Kino's releasing New Year's Evil. That would have been like a movie I would have seen. You would have seen on Scream or Shout Factory, and they're getting New Year's Evil on 4K.
Honestly, I'm at the point where my Kino collection is probably bigger than my Shout collection.
Yeah, they're starting to come along.
Because they're affordable on the ones that aren't these decent, big special editions, and the ones that are special editions, they still make those affordable.
Yeah,
and I don't expect the best transfer every single fucking time out of them, because they're at the mercy of whatever they get, but at least they try to do their best.
Yeah.
Even when they've gotten clearly almost the same transfers in certain cases, they've done stuff to try and get them back if they've done like a bunch of DNR on them, the original versions. Like I remember I showed Straight Talk, I think a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
The original one that came out from Mill Creek is DNR'd to fuck. At least this one is probably the same file, but they didn't add any of the extra nonsense to make it look like garbage, right? So
right.
It may not look the best, but it's better looking than the other one, and it got a little bit more room to breathe, I think, on a dual layer disc instead of a single layer.
Right. That's cool though.
Plus they threw in what little extras they could, so.
Yeah. There you go. And before we move on to me, I think we know the answer to this. Snake versus Jack.
Snake.
I don't think that's a contest.
No.
I love Jack Burton, but
I love Jack Burton too. You know what old Jack Burton says? he's getting the hell out of here.
I love Jack Burton, but like the motherfucker, like he's like backwards riding a roller coaster down a hole, possibly. You know what I'm talking about, the wheelchair scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a badass gun too, but like, but the motherfucker like shot a boulder on his head. So there's that. Like Snake will win. Like that's just a fact.
Yeah. And Snake's Plissken actually inspired Snake, Metal Gear Snake or whatever from the video game. So
Metal Gear Solid, motherfucker.
Solid. I don't play video games. I just know.
Come on, you should at least know that.
And I feel like I'm the only person who still gets that Snake Plissken is just basically one big dick joke.
Yeah.
He's the one-eyed snake.
Yeah, he's one-eyed snake. I've been meaning to pick up John Carpenter's Elvis for a while too.
I got that finally, actually.
I got that today.
Did you really? Nice.
Yeah, that's when I've been meaning to get to fill out my collection.
since I was a kid, but I did get it.
No,
Me too.
No, because I got like his stuff from the sale. So the stuff I got was Prince of Darkness on 4K, In the Mouth of Madness, Starman, Elvis, and The Fog.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what you think of Starman and The Fog.
Oh yeah,
I saw The Fog.
Oh, have you?
The Fog is great.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
that was actually my next pick.
Oh well.
Well, it's my turn, but we'll go to you here.
We'll go to me next.
I got
now you did it again. I just had a fucking John Carpenter movie.
That's two. Yeah, look, he did
two tonight, Runner.
I know.
Look at that, Runner. You psychic son of a.
You got fucking cameras in my house or some shit?
No. I think he monitors us, Tom.
And in Greg's house too, yeah.
I really do. But I'll do mine real quick. It's nothing special. It's something I got not too long ago.
If there were cameras in your houses, you probably would have known, like.
Well, I got one on me right now. So.
Oh, if there were cameras in my house, I'd have fun with that shit.
Whip it out every day.
Oh, hell yeah. I do some wacky shit. I do some wacky shit.
You get a good view of this.
Oh, God.
And I would totally not lead on that I know they're there either.
Here's my pick. It's a Robert Downey Jr. 80s movie. Chances are. I like this movie.
I'm trying to remember that one. I know it, but what's the plot?
The plot of this is Robert Downey Jr. actually starts off as Shooter McGavin, the actor who plays Shooter McGavin. He's engaged to Sybil Shepherd, and he gets killed. And he goes to heaven, and then they're sending him back down for reincarnation. And they forget to erase his memory. And he gets reincarnated as Robert Downey Jr., and he grows up, blah, blah, blah. And then Robert Downey Jr. pretty much meets his own daughter. And then his memories come back to him. And then it goes from there.
Please don't tell me they pork.
No, but it does have kind of a
Back to the Future-esque.
I mean, okay, so like
that's what. When did this come out? Because this feels like it was very.
It's in the 80s, 1989.
I was gonna say it feels very inspired by Back to the Future.
Yes, 1989. And
does it kind of feel like it?
Kind of a little bit, but it's still.
I think I seen this on cable when I was a kid.
Whereas Back to the Future doesn't go to the edge. I mean, yeah, he may kiss his mom, but that's where it ends, and it's not really like him. It was, No,
but this whole idea of meeting your whatever kind of thing,
so
it's kind of a reversal on Back to the Future.
So it's a bit of like a murder mystery as well too, to figure out who killed him when he was Shooter McGavin, because like he was like a news reporter, I think, if I remember, and Ryan O'Neal was his best friend, and he like discovered something.
Runner has fucking like Happy Gilmore tonight, I'm totally leaving. Just
if he brings it up, we're done.
I am done. We are.
So like he gets killed, and then he goes to heaven, and he wants desperately to get back to his wife. Yes, she was his wife, Sybil Shepherd. He wants best, so they're like, yeah, you got to go. They're going to reincarnate you, and so he thinks he's coming back as himself, and they forget to erase his memory, and so he gets reborn, and he grows up to be Robert Downey Jr. He's at law school, and basically following in the same path, sort of, and then he meets his daughter that he had with Sybil Shepherd, and they sort of fall in
All right,
love.
don't tell me anymore. I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, and then he goes back and he meets Sybil Shepherd
I
and
think I
stuff
may have
happens.
seen it, but I want to check it out.
But the ending, the ending, I'm not gonna say anything. It's just like they really went there and did that for the ending.
And Dan Blackroyd, don't even go there because that was gonna be my next guess.
Oh man, Hearts and Souls. Did that ever come out? I
even
have
got
that
a
on VHS.
Blu-ray.
That's what I was about to say. I got the VHS.
I've never even
I
heard of
love
it.
that movie. I love that movie.
Do I have it on DVD? I know I have to have that movie.
I got it on VHS, but I don't know if it's got Blu-ray. I think it's got a DVD.
I'm not 100% sure. I know I have the soundtrack, I think. I don't know, but Hearts and Souls is fucking awesome.
Oh, Hearts and Souls is a great movie. You'd love that, Runner. I think you might like that one.
Who's the star?
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, no kidding.
This movie's kind of similar. That's why it came up. Yeah.
Yeah, and Hearts and Soul.
And was it Tom mentioned Happy Gilmore? I need to get that on.
Oh
yeah. I don't have it. I like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
You suck.
Hey, welcome, Hat Hole Home Video. I have to get you on here. If you guys don't know, check out Hat Home Video. He was in my VHS documentary. He's awesome. He does some really great stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're gonna have to have him on here one day. He's into physical media too.
Nice.
VHS awesome. Like me though, but he's got Blu-rays and stuff too. So
it's good to see you in the chat, man.
Yeah.
Always love to meet fellow fans of physical media.
Yes.
Let's get physical, kids.
Yes.
And I'm sort of new to it, so I got to talk to more people.
Yes. Hearts and Soul, man, is such a great movie. It's like these 5 people get killed on this bus, and they like go to the kid
who die the same exact time as
they all die.
Robert Downey Jr.'s character is born.
Yes, and so they're kind of like his guardian angels, and they don't know what to do really until he's full grown man for their lives.
It has a lot. You ever seen Drop Dead Fred? Speaking of Drop Dead Fred from earlier,
yes.
I'm talking to Runner, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have it? Okay. I was going to say, because it's kind of comparable to that. Because the whole thing is like everybody treats the kid like he's nuts because he has these imaginary friends throughout his whole life. So like when he gets to be an adult, because they quit talking to him because they were afraid of him getting put in a home and shit. But then they start talking to him again when he's an adult, so he starts panicking. It's a hilarious and touching film. It's really well done.
It is, and they all play their roles perfectly in that movie, man.
Oh, great! Charles Grodin.
Yes. Kevin Bacon's wife.
Kevin Bacon's wife is in it.
Who's
it's
such a great
chick?
cast.
The other chick is God. What's her fucking name?
Alfre Woodard.
Alfre Woodard. Yes.
Yes. And then Tom Sizemore.
Is it Tom Sizemore? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're wrong, but we're close, I think.
Yeah. It's such a good movie, man. It's such a good movie.
It is. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check this one out. What was it called again?
Chances Are.
Chances Are. I've heard it. I think I've seen it.
Once you get into it, you'll probably like, oh, I know that. It's more of a Sybil Shepherd type movie than it is him, but it's like he's
now that you say that. Okay.
He's the star though. He's the star, but it's sort of like her big moment.
She was probably almost bigger than him at that point, though.
Yeah, I think it was like at the point where like he was starting to get really big or near the end. I'm not sure if it's like near the end of his popularity or like right in.
Well, he never really had a huge like. Here's the thing that people like misconstrued with the whole Iron Man thing is Robert never had like this huge career before Iron Man. His biggest thing he ever did was pretty much Chaplin. Like that was the thing that he got the most praise for. Yeah. It was probably one of his highest grossing films, and I don't think did he win the Oscar for that? I can't remember if he won, but I know he got nominated.
I don't remember if he won, but yeah, I remember.
I can't remember if he won either, but like, and it was from there, that moment he went on this downward spiral, and basically that's where he had this big comeback. But like his comeback was much bigger than his original career because he was always playing. He usually played like the buddy, or the friend, or the cocky guy. You know, that kind of a thing. Like chances are in a few of those movies where he's actually gotten starring roles are far and few between.
Right. And there's another one. Robert Downey Jr. and Marissa Tomei and Only You. That's a good one too. That's a good funny one. Yeah. I remember that one. And speaking of, there's Aunt May and
but yeah, a lot of times he played like the sidekick and stuff, you know.
Yeah, like even in Weird Science.
For bringing that up.
But yeah, check out Chances Are. I always liked that movie. It was good, and Hearts and Soul is an amazing movie. You should totally check out Hearts and Soul Runner. I think that one you would like more than Chances Are.
Is it on like Blu-ray?
I don't know if Chances Are or Hearts and Soul is on Blu-ray. I really don't.
I don't think it is, man.
I don't think it is.
Let me look.
I got 2 VHS copies of it though.
Oh, nice.
If you had a VCR, I could send you one.
Yeah, it looks like it's been only released on DVD at this point.
It's fine. I could pirate it.
Well, I'm sure it's probably digital in a better form.
I bet you've searched
it's probably
YouTube.
Digital in HD.
Yeah, it's probably even free on YouTube, to be honest.
Or it might even be on one of the several streaming networks right now. If you have a couple, who knows?
I'll try to look it up.
It's not a movie that's ever really been out of circulation, but I'm surprised it hasn't got a Blu-ray release yet. But
yeah, I'm surprised.
That's like a perfect one for like Shout Select.
I would love to have that on Blu-ray.
Are you listening, Shout?
Yeah, Shout.
If not, Kino will do it, fuckers.
Kino. Let's just not bring Mill Creek into this. Okay?
No, stay the hell away.
Mill Creek, no.
Well, I can't say that yet. I haven't watched Street Fighter yet, but I don't think that's a new scan or anything like that.
Air America is good.
I watched Street Fighter.
Did you watch the special features and stuff?
No.
Okay. How's the picture look? I mean, not that it really matters. I think it's the same scan, but
no, it looks good. It looks pretty good.
Universal doesn't genuinely do horrible scans. I mean, they're all right, depending on the age. Like, I brought up the whole fact that I was very disappointed with the Liar Liar situation, but
yeah,
I have yet to check out the other special features, so I can't speak on that. But yeah.
There's one thing we haven't seen a whole lot, haven't seen on here at all, is Laserdisc. So he has it on Hearts and Soul on Laserdisc.
Fancy.
So. Nice. But yes, that was cool. And yeah, if you've never seen Chances Are or Hearts and Soul, I highly recommend both movies.
Chances Are.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a pretty decent cast. I mean, it's got Robert Downey Jr., Sybil Shepherd, Ryan O'Neal, Mary Stuart Masterson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so check it out. All right. Moving on now. Runner, what do you got for us?
We already know.
I know.
We already know.
But what'd you think?
The Fog. Hey, you brought it up just in time, too, because The Fog was actually just released like a day. Well, not, it's like so many years ago yesterday. I can't remember how many years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it showed up.
I think it came out in 81, didn't it? Or is it? Excuse me.
Somewhere around there.
I am correct, 81.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was going to say, I think it had to have been like a little bit after Halloween and before The Thing. So, because The Thing was 82. I know that.
Yeah.
No, The Fog.
It was one of the two movies he put out in 81. I just brought up the other one.
What's the other one?
Escape from New York.
Oh, that's right.
But
there's a history with those movies being connected because going off of Halloween, the shortest version I can tell is Erwin Jan promised John Carpenter that he would make The Fog and Escape from New York with him if he would make Halloween 2.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere in that deal, John must have actually said yes to something, because when John went over to Embassy and made Escape from New York and The Fog, Erwin sued him, and he had to basically legally write, like he was forced legally to write Halloween 2 because of the whole thing. But he was allowed to do his deal with Embassy.
Yep. I remember all that. That's one of the reasons, many reasons, why John Carpenter hates Halloween 2.
I was gonna say, didn't he hate Halloween 2?
Yeah. He did. I mean, most of us fans like it, but
he had to write it basically with a gun to his head.
Yep.
Figuratively, but still.
Because I haven't seen Halloween 2 yet.
I mean, motherfucker didn't make a dime off the first money yet. There was no way he was going to pay them for, screwing him over.
Yeah. But Halloween 2 is actually pretty good, even though, it's It's all right. It's one of the better sequels. It's
I do
probably the
love it,
best
but
of the
I
sequels.
understand. I empathize with Carpenter and his feelings on it. That's kind of why
Yes.
I've learned to accept the newer films, because those are ones that he's put more of his stamp of approval
Yeah.
on. I guess.
I mean, I liked 2008. The Halloween Kills was. I mean, I liked it, but it's not a good movie.
See, and I'll
what I've
admit I
heard
like
from
it for all the
people.
wrong reasons. So
I mean, I
I've
had
heard
fun with it.
I've heard mixed things. Like it's like at first I've heard people say they like it, and then like later on, it's like more people watch it. It's like they hate it. It's like really.
well,
Best
that's
thing
just
I
it. A
heard.
lot of the things that people dislike about it are the things I like about it, because to me it felt like an old school '80s horror movie or slasher movie.
That's what I liked about it too, but it also was like so many stupid decisions made. It's
Well,
so
yeah,
so
that's part of the charm. Like
it
that's what I'm
it
saying. Is
is,
like I
but
get like totally why people hate it. Just like "Evil dies tonight" being said 15 times throughout the movie. That's one of the reasons I love it. Because that's the kind of shit. That's all the shit that's in. Go watch one of the old fucking slasher movies from the '80s. It's exactly the same.
if I'm honest, the biggest gripes I really do have about it is the other escaped mental patient.
Yeah,
I
well,
think his stuff drags down some of the movie.
you're not wrong. And I haven't seen the extended cut yet. But no, like, I mean, I get it. I totally fucking get it. I'm not going to argue with anybody or say you're wrong or stupid or anything like that. But I do. I'm okay with the choose your own adventure on Halloween thing. It's fine by me.
It's actually one of my favorite things about the Halloween franchises. I mean, I love I love the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I love the Friday the 13th. They're probably my favorite. Well, I'd have to say Freddy, Michael Myers are my favorites, and then Jason. Well, fuck, I love them all. I can't decide. I don't like picking.
Freddy's my favorite, then probably Chucky.
Yeah, but I love the fact that the Halloween movies are choose your own adventure, because it gives you such a like. I don't know. It's just fun. They're just fun.
But
Who
speaking
cares,
of fun,
you know?
The Fog was very much
Yeah,
fun.
Fog. Let's get back to the Fog.
Yeah, so the Fog. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but it's not like I'll be honest, this isn't my go-to Carpenter film.
Oh, it's not the best of his stuff, no.
No.
It's not. But
What I like about it is that it feels like an old school ghost story. It just has that perfect.
Oh yeah, I love the scenes where the fog comes out of the door and it's like it's light. You know, it's got a white light on it, and it's like, and then like someone like grabs you. It's fucking great.
it is good.
Okay,
Don't ever
so
watch the
I gotta ask, and
Oh,
maybe
that's
you're old
great.
enough, Greg. Who else remembers the Garfield Halloween special, and who the hell else thinks that the Fog was ripped off for that?
I was actually going to do a video about this on Halloween.
Go for it. You got. I am totally with you on that.
Yes,
man.
because
the first time I saw the Fog, I'm like, Garfield fucking stole this.
It is. And I never really thought about it till you brought it up once before. And then I started researching it a little bit.
It's the same fucking story.
Yeah, and I was like, it
down
is
to some of the special effects and everything.
The pirates and the beginning with the campfire and
it's like, oh my god! It clicked with me like the first time I saw the Fog. I'm like, holy shit!
No,
I loved the Garfield Halloween special growing up. It scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
I remember. What was I gonna say? I remember like when I saw the beginning of it, where it's like a campfire story thing. It's like, really, it's one of those movies. But then I'm like, all right, like it's Carpenter. It's probably gonna be good. So then I watched it later on. I'm like, yeah, it's good. I like it.
Till you get to his later flicks, you can pretty much take a chance, with Carpenter, because you're going to get something out of it.
Yeah.
I always liked the Fog personally. I mean, it's just such a great,
kind of like with Escape. It's
story.
Exactly. It's very simple, very straightforward. The remake fucking sucks.
Yes, it's so bad.
The Fog's good. It's just not like my go-to Carpenter film. Like, it's not his best.
Oh no, and I don't think anybody would argue with you, Runner. Like, I mean, I'd be hard pressed to put it in my top 5. That's for sure.
No, it's nowhere near top 5, but
it's definitely good. Maybe in the top 10. But yeah, it's way at the bottom end of the top.
I mean,
10
it's got Tom Atkins. I love freaking Tom Atkins. The man's a legend. Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Skerritt. No, it's not Tom Skerritt. Is it Tom Skerritt? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
No, it's not. What's his name? Is it Hal?
I
can't remember.
It's got the guy who played the cop from Halloween in it. Is that who you're thinking of? You're thinking of somebody else.
The cop from Halloween.
I think he's in it too. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. The sheriff from the first Halloween is in
Yeah,
it.
because he's in
the one-
Escape from New York.
Adrienne
as well.
Barbeau. I mean, she's freaking hot.
Well, yeah, it's got all your basic Carpenter regulars and
the story. I just like the story.
music
I mean,
is great. It's probably his.
Oh yeah, the atmosphere.
Actually, the
and
score. I would put the score of The Fog probably up there higher.
It is one of his best scores. It really is.
That is a good score.
It's haunting, and I mean, I dig the ending too, like with the glowing cross and the pirates there. I mean, it's
a great twist too.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Great movie.
As of now, his score for Big Trouble is probably my favorite.
I like Big Trouble, but honestly, Halloween for me is his best score ever.
Mm-hmm.
Then probably Escape from New York.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Halloween's great. It's just I love the Pork Chop Express theme.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good.
I mean, but again, I would say probably Halloween, then Escape from New York, then third. I'd have to say The
pretty
Fog.
damn good.
I would have to say The Fog just over, in my opinion, obviously.
I like the score to The Thing, but he didn't really do that.
No, that's Ennio Morricone.
Yeah, that's
Ennio, I don't count that on his score list. Same thing with Starman. I can't remember who scored the Starman.
Yeah, he didn't do Starman either.
He didn't do Starman either. Even though it sounds like something he would do.
It does.
They basically hired a guy to make a score like he would have done. That or maybe he secretly did it.
He might have. You never know. Use his pseudonym.
I can't wait to hear what you think of Starman, though, Runner, because that's.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I'm thinking
about watching it tonight.
On his top films, like I'd go like Halloween, Escape from New York, Starman, then Big Trouble. Then I'd probably round off the top 5 with. I'd probably throw in They Live.
No, I'm thinking about watching Starman after the
thing might beat They Live. See, that's a tough one. 5 is kind of like
the Thing is my personal favorite so far.
See, I'd have to say Halloween, The Thing, They Live, Escape from New York. No, right. Escape from New York, They Live. And then the 5th one is hard because there's so many. I like Starman. I like Big Trouble. I like in the Mouth of Madness. If you've never, you guys really got to see it. I know. I think I'm the only one that's seen it.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Man, that movie is, and that rounds out the trilogy, his sort of trilogy too. If you know about that,
I gotta watch the one that Runner got too. The other one,
Elvis.
No, the 4K one you got.
Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness.
Oh yeah, Prince of Darkness.
I've only seen half of Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, that's my problem. I've only seen bits and pieces of.
Now, see,
there's only a couple of John Carpenter's films I've only seen bits and pieces of, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do actually enjoy Dark Star quite a bit too.
I like Assault on Precinct 13 more.
That's one I got to rewatch. I've not seen that in years.
I really
that one might go higher up if I have to see it again though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. I feel like for you, Tom, it's probably better than you expect.
Oh, I'm sure it is. It's just, you know how long it's been since I've seen it, dude?
How long? I don't know.
Way before you were born?
No shit, Tom.
No, I'm not even kidding on that. Like, it's probably been since like 1989, 90, 91, 2, 3, somewhere in there, maybe.
No, because that came out in like the middle 70s, right?
Yeah. It was his first. He did that before Halloween.
Yeah, he did that before Halloween and after. Was it Dark Star?
Yes. So that's
what about Bag of Bones?
Did he direct that though?
He stars in it, and I think he directed it. It's like a anthology movie.
Yeah, but I don't know if he directed it though. I think he just stars in it. I think 3 other. He might direct one of the segments though.
Yeah, he might direct just one of them.
I'll have to double check on that one. I think I have that one.
Like Assault on Precinct 13 is like it's basically if John Carpenter like made a zombie movie, but the zombies are just humans.
Yeah, I remember it being a lot like Night of Living Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it feels like
a great bottle movie.
It's been called his Night of the Living Dead several times over. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like when I watch like the 3rd act of the movie, it's like this is I'm literally watching a zombie movie, but it's fucking great.
Yeah, I have to watch that one again, and I got to catch the other 2, and then I can finally kind of reestablish my list because there's a lot of his other movies I haven't watched in years, like Village of the Damned and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I always forget about Villains of the Dam. I haven't seen that movie.
I have it. Shout put it out. I don't know if you can still get it or not, but
Man, I always forget about that movie with Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve. Yeah.
Yeah, I always. I remember seeing that on TV as a kid, and the kids always creeped
Mark
me out.
Hamill's in that too as the priest.
Yeah.
I actually always kind of liked it. I remember liking it anyway. I haven't seen it in years.
I remember liking it too when I saw it on TV, and I always forget it's John Carpenter.
I think it is in Shout.
They might still be available.
Yeah, it's still available, I think.
I just got the original and the remake too here, or the original and its sequel. I mean,
nice.
Village of the Damned and Children of the Damned.
Children of the Damned, yep.
So one of these days, maybe I'll watch all three of them. Maybe they'll be on a future episode.
Oh, nice.
You know me, and I like to do my little connective tissues.
It's nice. And speaking, like I was trying to say,
was all over the fucking place.
Yeah, like I was trying to say, the Thing, In the Mouth of Madness, and Prince of Darkness is John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy. Yeah.
I got a question. Does because Universal owns The Thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does Universal own Prince of Darkness and In the Mouth of Madness?
Yes, on the Prince of Darkness. I'm not sure about it.
I think In the Mouth of Madness is Universal.
Because I was gonna say, like they should do a Apocalypse trilogy 4K set if they're in the same studio.
They should, but I don't think they will because it's like got Shout in this.
Yeah, I know, but Shout did The Thing on Blu-ray.
Yeah, but
Universal
4K.
Yeah, the 4K. So,
but that's because that's one of his bigger sellers. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But okay.
But speaking of Big Trouble in Little China, to me, I'm kind of pissy. That's one of the only ones we haven't got on 4K yet, and I'm curious if we ever will.
Not anytime soon.
With Tombstone with Disney.
Yeah, because it's stuck over at Disney.
Well, I was gonna say, like, we were lucky enough to get Tombstone. I don't know if we're gonna get Big Trouble anytime soon.
Get that. Well, we'll be lucky to get Tombstone, to be honest with you.
Tangible Moment says you got to watch 1961, The Innocents.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
What's that one about?
Yeah, what's it about? I've never heard of it.
Is that kind of like the Children of the Damned kind of thing?
It's not. I bet it is because we were talking about it.
It sounds kind of familiar if that's it.
Yeah.
But
we'll see if we, like you said, we'll see if we even get Tombstone, and I doubt we'll ever get Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, well, depending on how we feel here, this might be my last pick of the night here. Or are we still talking about John Carpenter? What are you saying, Runner?
I was gonna say, like, I feel like we will get Big Trouble. It's just not anytime soon.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. See. But maybe not. I don't know.
Depends on if somebody else owns it overseas, but I think Fox owns it worldwide, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got, Tom? Let's see what you got.
All right, my last pick is actually tied into what we're going to be doing this week on A-rated B movies and B-rated A movies. It is a film called The Very Excellent Mr. Dundee, starring Paul Hogan, Chevy Chase, John Cleese, and a bunch of other people.
I've been meaning to watch this. Is it good?
It's all right.
It's all right.
I didn't hate it, but it's like, here's the thing: is I've seen a lot of Paul Hogan's other movies besides the Dundee films.
Yeah,
it's pretty much one of those movies.
Oh. Well, then
he has this typical shtick where it's a lot like kind of. You ever seen Ricky Gervais's shows?
Yeah,
where he always kind of puts himself in other characters into these really uncomfortable situations. That usually could have just been corrected if somebody would have just said something.
Yeah.
That's pretty much almost all the jokes in this movie.
Pretty much like that, huh?
It's just like it's almost like more of a series of skits in the same universe. I mean, even though there is a through line story, because he plays himself, right?
Right.
And part of the joke is he's always mistaken for his character, of course. So everybody always calls him Crocodile Dundee or whatever. And, they expect him to be able to act like Crocodile Dundee and do all the shit Crocodile Dundee does. But in the process of, he's supposed to be getting some award, knighthood. Actually, he's getting a knighthood from the Queen of England. And, of course, everything he does gets him in the spotlight for being a complete idiot, fucking up, a racist, all you can think of. I mean, it's actually kind of funny. There's some stuff that's great about it, but it's uneven, right? Like, right. I recommend it. but don't go into it thinking it's going to be a riot. Check out the trailer first so you kind of have an idea what you're getting into. But there is some good stuff in it. Don't get me wrong. But it's kind of one of those movies. Like you kind of get the routines, you kind of get the formula as you're going through it. It's a been there, done
been
that.
There, done that. That's I was about to say, been there, done that.
Unlike, along with, like I said last week with like Crocodile Dundee 3, it feels a lot like that. It has that very disconnected skit element to it, to where there's even things with the Crocodile Dundee 2 or 3, you're like, yeah, but he's smarter than that. So that joke may be funny on its own as a skit kind of thing, but it doesn't make sense with the character.
Right.
Like he kind of disconnected from the first 2 films, and like Dundee became this just thing for him to be able to do these little skits. It's the same thing here, but it works a little bit better in this sense because, you know, they're making fun of him. Like, for example, there's even a great scene where these guys are bringing him in. They're like, we want to bring back Crocodile Dundee. We want to bring him to the now, and we're giving him a hip new son and this and that and the other and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take him to L.A. He's like, yeah, but we already done all that. What? Yeah, Crocodile Dundee 3. There was a Crocodile Dundee 3? So, I mean, there's a lot of great jokes in there like that. And there's this great bit with Chevy Chase I don't want to give away, but like, you know, it just, you know, it could have been better, right? There's moments in it where you're like, you know, you're trying a little too hard here, Paul. And he's a little bit better than this. I've seen him do much better work than this. Yeah. Like Strange Bedfellows and some of his other stuff, he does not get enough credit for.
Lightning Jack and
Lightning Jack and some of his other stuff. He is in Crocodile Dundee. There's Almost an Angel is a great one.
Yeah, Almost an Angel is a really great one that people overlook.
So, I mean, again, it's not like I know he doesn't have a better movie in him, but he did get a little bit of praise for this, and rightfully so, whatever. So, I mean, it's not a loss overall, but I am going to be giving away a digital copy of this on Saturday.
Well, there you go.
Someone will be able to tell me what they think of it.
Yes. Make sure you guys check out A-rated B movies and B-rated A movies.
Well, on that, we're going to be talking about the first Crocodile Dundee, just to be clear, but yeah.
Yeah, still, check it out.
I think I'm off work
that day,
so I'll probably listen and participate in the chat.
It's a great show. You guys talk about good movies, and I've been thinking about doing something similar here on my channel. Just got to pick out a day.
I started watching the replay of your discussion of The Road Warrior.
Nice, yeah.
Only because that was one of the more recent movies I watched, and I fucking loved it.
That's probably the best Mad Max.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And then I watched was it Beyond Thunderdome, which I thought was good. That's
the beauty of all 3 of the first Mad Maxes. They're all 3 so different.
And
they are.
I thought Fury Road was fine.
Fury Road is just Mad Max Ray 2 with a chick in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I did not like the ending to that movie.
It's just drive and turn around.
I know. I get it. People like it. I was not as enamored with it from the start.
The action's good, and I mean, I'm a Tom Hardy fan, so I thought he was decent in it as Mad Max. I mean the action. I mean it's a beautiful fucking movie.
Oh yeah.
It's shot beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's shot beautifully. The visuals they look like fucking fantastic.
I just still fail to see why they couldn't use Mel. That is one of my big points of contention, and then second point of contention is that it is like, as much as we talk about Ghostbusters being ground zero for the wokeness, that movie got away with it first, but it was just decent and nobody paid attention to it.
Yeah.
Some people picked up on it later.
Yeah.
True.
But
I mean that's not like, Fury Road's not like the worst of them. I could sort of see it. Like, that's kind of why I didn't like the ending. Is because it sort of felt like exactly that.
I think it just had George Miller behind it, so like it was like on the cusp of like half and half for people. So
yeah. And I'm not complaining about Mel Gibson not being Mad Max just because like I said, I like Tom Hardy as an actor, so.
But yeah, I've been thinking about like how like you, Tom, how you do A-rated B movies, A movies, and Quarter Black does Let's Talk. I've been thinking about doing like a talking movie segment here on my channel.
I want to do that too. I'm just trying to think of a damn name.
Well, I got one.
Yeah, it's tough to come up with a gimmick like that. A-rated B movie thing just kind of came out of the blue, and it actually kind of evolved. It started as something completely different.
Like the reason I don't have any like live shows or whatever, anything like weekly stuff on my channel is because I'm like I can't like come up with a good name for a show as of yet.
Well, mine is Talking Movies. I actually tried it once before. I just haven't found a good day for it.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, and it's a challenge at the same time to kind of like justify where the movie's set. And we do have a few movies that we know we will get to and perfectly fit the the routine. But kind of like what we did special with Mad Max 2, we kind of want to
yeah,
try and get some more with like maybe even some actors or directors or somebody involved in some of these to maybe even get in and chime in on some of this stuff. It'd be fun and really exciting, especially to let you guys be able to interact too in the chat and stuff and get to ask your questions like we did with Vernon Wells. That was great. I'd like to do a lot more stuff like that.
That was awesome.
But no, like Crocodile Dundee fits because it was until Ninja Turtles came out, I believe it was the highest grossing independent film.
Yes, I do think people actually forget about that. I
think worldwide it held on to that record though, actually. But I believe in the U.S., Ninja Turtles took that crown. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll move on since we sort of showed extra movies
people
tonight.
Really kind of forget. Yeah, people kind of forget how much money the original Crocodile Dundee made.
Yeah, that's what because I remember like hearing about that myself. Is like how much money. Because that's why it was so huge. I think people tend, like you said, like they've kind of dumbed down Paul Hogan over the years and stuff, and like people tend to forget. This movie was huge and it was so good and it was funny and smart and is what it is.
Oh, it was a perfect movie at the perfect time with the perfect guy. We were at this place where we were falling in love with everything Australia.
Right.
And he just happened to fit right in this perfect kind of like he was a great character, just like Axel Foley, the perfect fish out of water. But then he's, in his domain, he's Rambo, he's a great character, right? I mean, on top of that, though, Paul, that's the thing is Paul created a lot of different great characters. I'm not trying to talk about him like he's dead, but like, no, I mean, he and it just so happened that Crocodile Dundee was the one that took off for him the most. Yeah, I wish like the other one, Lightning Jack, would have probably took off a little bit more too, because I did enjoy that one. That's one I gotta get. You reminded me of that. I have a bit of a history with that film.
Now you're giving me a better idea, Dan Blackroyd.
Yeah, there you go, Runner. You can Movie Runner, the runtime. They write themselves.
There you go, running time. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I actually have Lightning Jack on VHS. So
maybe that should be your gimmick: is you only give yourself the amount of time the movie is to talk about it.
There you go.
Like you have to cut it off at that last moment. Like you only got
the last word in.
Yeah, if the movie's 90 minutes and 10 seconds, that's all you got to talk about it. I don't know. Come up with something, though. I'm just throwing spitballing ideas for you. Yeah, right. I know Dan Blackroyd, especially like a TV series or something, that'd have been awesome. It was one of Cuba Gooding Jr.'s first movies.
Yes, it was. And he's
not his first movies, but one of his earlier starring-ish roles. It was just before he was in Jerry Maguire.
Yep. And good night, Brian Barth, and thank you for hanging out with us. Have a good night.
One of his first big roles, I think, is what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Because he had a lot of smaller roles before that, but yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I guess I'll go for my last pick of the night for tonight. I don't think I brought this one on here before, but I did bring the first one on.
Wait, are we doing 3 or 4? Because
well, we showed a couple extra movies tonight, and we've been about 2 hours now. So.
Oh, okay.
Do you have another one, Runner?
Yeah, unless you want to show yours.
I was gonna say I have a 4th one.
I mean, I do have some if I have to, but like it's no big deal. Like I don't know how long we'd even talk about my things, so it's up to you, Greg. And
I mean, I'm good to go if you guys want to, but it's I mean,
I don't have to be up in the morning. It's harsh.
Yeah, so I'm good to go if you guys want.
No, I can get some extra sleep tonight, so it's fine.
All right, let's go, man. Fuck it.
All right, then here's my final pick. Swamp Thing Part 2: The Return of Swamp Thing.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
this is MVD.
That shit fucking crazy movie, but yeah.
Yes, it is. It's crazy, and then it's got a poster
I
And
vaguely remembered I do have the first and second one though.
And it does have the reversible. If I can pull out the thing, yeah, the reversible cover. So
Nice.
it's not much different, really.
That's a movie I saw on cable like a dozen times as a kid, but I haven't seen it since, and I have the Blu-ray. But
yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it on cable too the first time, and the only reason I really knew about Swamp Thing was, of course, well, I've never read a Swamp Thing comic. I know that was like Alan Moore's thing, but I only knew the character from Injustice 2. He was one of the roster characters you could play as. And then later on I hear, oh, they made a Swamp Thing movie. I'm like, what?
Like, two of them and two TV series.
Not only that, guess who directed the first one?
Wes Craven.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, I did. And then I didn't even know it was
or studio picture or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't even know it was Wes Craven. And then I watched the movie, and I'm like, and I've only seen it once, but like I kind of fell asleep at one point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Greg. Like they have varied tones between the first movie and the second movie, but it's a lot of the same actors aside from, well, the same guy plays Swamp Thing, right?
Yes, Dick Durk as Swamp Thing, and it's what's his name comes back as the bad guy, Louis Jordan.
Oh, okay.
He comes back.
But it doesn't have Adrienne Barbeau in it, or
no.
whatever.
Heather Locklear takes over for her. She's a different.
Is she
character,
playing
though.
the same? I was gonna say she's not playing the same character. Okay. Yeah.
And Sarah Douglas from Superman 2, she's in it.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And this one's more comedic, cheesy, bad type movie. But I love it.
Can I say something about the first Swamp Thing movie, just from my experience?
What's that?
Okay, so like in the first movie, there are times where I'm like, okay, why isn't like, and I haven't seen it in a long ass time, so don't give me too much shit. But like there are times where I'm like, okay, like why can't like Swamp Thing just go batshit crazy at times instead of like, I mean, I know it's an older movie, but it's like Swamp Thing is like, I don't know. I had certain expectations. I'm like, really? Because Swamp Thing is like batshit crazy and could do a lot of shit,
right?
Because like
limited to the time.
No, because like in Injustice 2, it's like, I mean, I can't speak from the comic side of things because I haven't read any of the Swamp Thing comics, but like Swamp Thing's like batshit crazy.
It's just, it depends really. The Alan Moore's version of Swamp Thing varies from the original iteration of Swamp Thing, which is what Wes Craven was going off of.
Okay.
So, yeah.
No, because I remember like there's a scene where he's like in jail or something, and then like he grows. Does he grow like vines or some shit?
He's like trying to reach the sun.
Yeah, he's trying to reach the sun.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I gotta rewatch
it's a good movie.
I don't remember it very well.
It's a good movie. It's I could understand why you, especially since you keep talking about Injustice and all that, would not quite like the original Swamp Thing, but it's.
No, I don't hate it. Like
I never said it. I just said not quite like it.
I mean, I'll have to rewatch it just because I'm in like a better like state of mind now with certain movies.
Yeah, it's good. And then like this one aired on cable all the time. The Return of Swamp Thing. This was the one like they always aired, and it's much more funnier. It's much more.
Which one was that distributed by? The one that you showed?
The one I got. Yeah. It is distributed by MVD Rewind Collection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And so you can't get the first Swamp Thing. I think it's out of print. It's from Scream Factory. So.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, first one is from Scream Factory. And if you're lucky enough, like Mike told us, you get the one they accidentally released. Oh, we lost Tom. Wow. You get the one they accidentally released, the European cut here in America on DVD, where it has much more of Adrienne Barbeau's bare chest. So you can get that. You there too? Did I lose you too?
No, I'm just listening. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's what I have for you tonight. I don't know for what happened to Tom. We'll see if he comes back before we close out the show.
I hope Tom comes back. I have this last pick just for him.
We'll have to wait and see.
We're
waiting to see. I'll test him here in a minute. Here, check out the Swamp Thing 2. Thumbs up.
That's great.
That's from part 2. They do a little they try to get environmental in that, but they do it such a cheesy way. It's so freaking hilarious. But if Tom don't come back, you can show it if you want, and then we'll end up closing it down because it is getting late, and I don't know if we have much more to talk about.
If Tom's not going to show, I mean, there's no reason to really show this because it's not really too. Actually, no, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for Tom.
We'll save it?
Yeah, I'm going to save it for Tom. So 3 picks for me tonight.
All right.
And I'm fine with that.
I don't know what happened. I don't know. You want to show something else before we go?
All right. I guess I'll show.
You want to wait for Tom?
No, I guess I'll show this one actually. This is a
really
cool.
Quick, and then we'll close it down.
This is a really cool steel book. I was very happy to get this. It's the Injustice 2 steel book.
Oh, for the PlayStation
4, yeah. So yeah. There's Batman with his badass kryptonite armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't like it. Well, there you go. There's Superman with his LED suit. It's pretty cool. No, but here's the thing. This is a problem, right? So the only way you could get the Batman image, which is arguably better than the Superman one. I mean, the way he looks is fucking cool. He's got the kryptonite or the Krypton crown and the badass armor. Like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Even though it's like evil Superman, but that's just the Injustice Superman.
Yeah.
Like, it's not Earth 1 Superman. This is the main cover for Injustice 2, and it's kind of fucking lame. I'm sorry. Like, this is badass. The main cover.
I mean, they look pretty much the same.
No, but I mean, the main cover is like Batman's up in front, Supergirl is in the left, and Superman's in the right of Batman. Like, that's like the main thing. But like, I think if you get the deluxe edition, then, which I think was only digital, that's the one with the Supergirl image, because Supergirl is like a main character in the story.
Yeah.
But badass fucking steelbook. I love the those are the codes for the DLCs and shit. This artwork is fucking awesome.
I see it.
It's only like a little bit, so, and this is the Ultimate Edition, so you got the, and that's and I think this one has Catwoman scratching Superman right there.
Oh, so cool.
There's Batman kicking the shit out of Aquaman. You can see Cyborg right there.
You got a giant glare on there, man.
No, sorry. You see that?
A little bit.
Batman. You see
Batman.
You
see Batman, but the other side's all glare.
Yeah, the other side's all.
You can see Aquaman getting his shit beaten out, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's his trident up top, but yeah, and like down here, that's Cyborg getting a kick to the face.
Did he cry about it afterwards and cry?
Oh. No, it's not that Cyborg.
I couldn't resist. I'm so sorry.
No, that was great. But this was before, I just
had my modem went out. I had to reset it. So sorry about that, guys.
No, No, that's funny because well, it's the same voice actor that voiced the cyborg from
Or my
Teen
router or whatever.
from-
Anyway, you're saying, sorry, Renner.
No, I was saying like the cyborg, the voice actor for Cyborg in the first two Injustice games, which are the only two now, is the same voice in the Teen Titans cartoon, which is the best Cyborg voice ever. He could play Cyborg in live action. He was
Booyah!
he was in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It's like what you know. It's
I mean,
like you
he's
know.
pretty cool. I don't think he could play him in live action.
No. Listen to me. This is why Warner Brothers is so fucking stupid. They fired Ray Fisher, right? Okay, fine. I like him as Cyborg. I thought he was great in Zack Snyder's Justice League. But motherfucker, you could have gotten Kari fucking Payton to play a live action older version of Cyborg in the Flash movie with Michael Keaton as Batman.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still going to be the Flash movie with Ezra Miller.
I
So
know. I know. Fuck Ezra Miller, but it's Kari fucking Payton, man. That dude would have been a badass live action Cyborg. Oh, god damn it. Fuck.
Damn it.
Fuck Warner Brothers, man. Here's my Tom rant, everyone.
There you go. But Tom, you want to show one more thing before we head out? Or are you good to go?
If we want to get out of here, we're good. It's either way. I'm fine.
I mean, we can get. I mean, it's 2 hours 5 minutes isn't bad, but I mean, I don't have to go.
Oh, what's cool about this Ultimate set? Sorry, real quick. I just remembered it comes with 3. What are they called? Like premier skins. This was a new thing at the time. You had these premier skins right here. It's really glared, but like you get Reverse Flash, which is basically like you're still playing as the Flash, but it's just the Reverse Flash skin with the different voice.
Yeah.
You get Jon Stewart, who's basically just Hal Jordan's same move set, but just different voice. It's Phil Lamar, which is fucking great. And then there's Power Girl with her their cleavage, which should be there. It's right place.
Okay.
Who's basically just Supergirl, but with different like voice and different dialogue and all that. Pretty much, those are the only differences of the premiere skins. And then they did some later down the line. The one stupid one, which was the last one they did, was like you could just play as like a premiere skin of Bruce Wayne as Batman, but it's like he uses like his suit as like a cape, and it's fucking dumb as shit. it's like why do you got to make Batman into a joke? It's like they already did that.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, obviously you are.
But Tom, I mean, we could close down, or you could show one more. It's up to you, man.
Well, I did have one thing this week. I know you saw probably.
All right, let's see what it is.
Yes,
the screen. Is that the CD set?
Yeah, yep. I got the limited edition one with the blood. So I'm not a big fan of how these are folded in here, but yeah, you get a booklet and you get 1 through 4. And then I got the one that came with the newest one. It just comes in a separate CD all by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Just standard. So see if I got it here somewhere. I don't even know where the fuck I threw it now.
It's not worth it anyways.
No, you know what it looks like. It's just a poster of the movie.
So I do like your ghoulie in the background.
Yeah, I got that one finally. Oh, this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the process of trying to get stuff organized in here again. But yeah, no, it's a nice set. A lot of this stuff has been released before in deluxe editions and stuff like that, so not all of it's brand new, but there is some bonus cuts and extras on here, which are neat. Again, I have a love-hate relationship with the series, but it does have a great soundtrack, so I can't knock that. Here's the one.
It does have a damn good score.
I always dug it. It's very 90s, very
new one.
Cool.
This is actually not by Marcos.
Yeah, it's a different guy.
or Marco Beltrami. This is actually Brian Tyler, who actually does quite a few soundtracks. But I think he kind of emulates Marco's music in this version. But I was kind of like, I thought maybe this came with the other set because I got the one that had this and it had the blood. So I thought, oh, it's going to be with it. No, it just send you a fucking CD.
Just sit it to the side.
Like,
I have a
it's
feeling
still
that's
cheaper than buying them separately. So,
I have a feeling that's going to be the
and I would have
consistency.
never bought the newest one without it being part of that set.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool though. I like that. And have you listened to some of them?
Oh yeah. There's some neat stuff. What I really dig is they got like the Stab
Oh,
themes
that's
as
cool.
well and stuff like, and they even got like a few demos and all that business. I actually had the Scream 2 Deluxe before this, so all the stuff that's on there is exactly the same. And the first one had been released before, but I missed out on it.
Oh yeah.
And then 4 has been available for years, I believe. But yeah, no, like the rest of the stuff on here, I think the stuff from Scream 3 might have been released before, but I'm not 100% because it's like a 2-disc set for Scream 3.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I'm gonna have to check that out too because I have the soundtrack, but not the score. I have like Scream 1, 2, and 3, the with the bands and all that.
right, and I have those too. And then I got, like I said, I got the deluxe edition of 2. I want to say last year or the year before. So that one's like the newer one of the reissues. But basically, I think they reissued 1 through 3, and that's basically what you're getting here, Blend Plus.
Yeah.
The original Scream 4 score, and then the bonus cuts. I think the bonus cuts are new.
That's cool. And you can find how Tom got that by watching my video here on FanZcene Vids.
Nice plug, buddy.
Did I miss
Nice
something?
plug.
Did you use me as a guinea pig?
No, but I mean,
because I did have to ask you where you got
You
it.
did,
Well,
you did.
I was comparing prices is what I was doing. But yeah.
Sorry, real quick. Do I sound any different?
Slightly. Why? What'd you do?
Yeah.
No, because I just realized that the whole damn time for a while
You were
I've
on your
had,
mic?
yeah,
Your
I was
cam mic?
my cam mic, and
I guess I didn't really notice the difference. I just didn't think to.
I had no clue.
That's a big, huge difference, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound a little clearer.
I was gonna say, like, I had no clue. I wasn't connected to the snowball.
But that was cool, Tom. That's
now you know, and that's the first step.
And knowing is half the battle.
Movies.
Hello, it kind of pisses me off because I really wish I went on my rant with the snowball mic instead of the cam mic. That would have been so much better.
Tom could do a great Scream voice for a fan video, a fan film or something. It would work great.
Yes, he would. I mean,
what movie is this from? Where you spit on your grave?
I'd literally just shoot and make a horror film just so Tom can do that voice.
Who was the killer in Friday the 13th?
Jason, I saw that movie 20 goddamn times.
Oh, I guess game over for poor Billy Boy.
You tricked me.
If you've seen the movie that many times, you would know
I love that.
Dude, I fucking laughed because I saw Scream, the first one, not a few
for round 2.
No, because I saw the first one I think I saw it around October of last year. And I laughed my fucking ass off when she just screams Jason, and then Ghostface is like, you're wrong, and I'm like, once he said that, I was just like, oh, it's his mom.
Yeah.
Bonus question.
Damn it, that's fucking hilarious. and then the fact that she's like, I've seen that a million times. I'm like, oh no.
It's such a good movie. That opening scene, man.
It's like I've only seen Friday the 13th once, and I even know that.
Yeah.
And it was at a friend's house.
And I swear, man, as soon as I get to see the latest Scream movie, as soon as I get to see that, we're going to do a Scream stream where we talk about the whole
hear what other
series.
people think of that. I've heard some mixed to my reaction to it and stuff like that.
I've heard some people hate it, and then
I got to see it again, but
that's what I've heard. like I said, I'm into the horror community, and I've seen it's like 50-50. So
Yeah, and I'm starting to get into horror more recent, but yeah, it just looks like a movie I'll just watch at home.
so I'm giving it time. I know it's coming to Paramount Plus soon, and so I'll give it a watch, and then we will do the Scream stream. We
And
will
then
do that because I've been wanting to do that for quite some time.
Once it drops on Paramount Plus, I can pirate it. Arr.
Arr.
Which I
But
think
I
we're not
like-
that far away from, actually.
Yeah, it's like a 45-day window, I think,
Yeah.
and it's getting close. But yes, I like that. Because like you, much like you, Tom, I do have a love-hate relationship with Scream movies. The Scream movies found me at a very important time. Well, the first one did a very important hardship in my life. So I was always like really, really fond of them, and it was like one of my favorite movies for a very long time. So I've been meaning to want to talk about them for a while.
Final question. Name every one of the Golden Girls. 10 seconds.
I couldn't name them.
Me neither.
Time's up.
It's Ruth. Ruth is one.
That's what,
Be-
no, it's something better to be like if he asks impossible questions, be like,
All right, first question. Who killed Bambi's mother?
hey, who the fuck? Nobody knows the answer to that.
Wrong answer. It was man.
It was the buck with the big
That's a
antlers.
fucking trick question. And you know it.
It's a fun game. You ask a question, they get it right, they die.
My game, my rules.
That's great.
Speaking of which, before we go real quick, I did have one more, and I'll just say it was horror, the final girls.
I haven't seen that yet, but how is that? I've heard.
This is a great movie. If you're a fan of Friday the 13th, this movie here will hit you in all the right spots. It really will. Because they do the whole, speaking of like Jason and, Runner was talking about how he's seen it and all that. They really do like pay homage to those first couple Friday the 13th movies and like the Legend of Jason and the whole like, we talk about this a lot, but like women are highly representative in the horror film genre and nobody's ever complained about it. And they do a really great job of that in this movie. It could have been a bit benefited with a little bit of nudity, but that's besides the point. But it's a really good, funny movie and great flick, very great homage.
Well, that kind of goes along with Scream.
Yeah, it does. It's very meta. It's very much like Friday the 13th, Scream, and Last Action Hero.
You know what would make, like, I'm sorry, I'm having a fucking, like, brainstorm with my little skit thing here. You know what would really make those impossible troll questions even funnier is, like, instead of him killing people, it's like, it's trolling Ghostface, right? But, like,
If you want your pizza delivered, then you're going to answer 3 questions.
Answer this. Nope, sorry. This pepperoni slice
This
tastes
Uber's
really
taken
good.
off. Wrong answer.
Now you get pineapple on your pizza.
Now it's pineapple.
no, you dirty bastard.
That's good. You should
He'd be
just like
a
little
tech support guy. Like,
You want me to
skits
help
like
you
that,
fix your
man.
computer? You gotta answer 3 questions.
like your Batman, like the Bat Tom and the He-Man things you did. You ought to do some Ghostface cartoon like
I gotta
segments
come
like
up
that.
with like the best trolling, like the Bambi, who's Bambi's mother, shit like that. Stuff that nobody could ever really answer.
I was gonna say like I was gonna ask why you hadn't done like a Scream like animated thing, but I would guess it wouldn't be on Andre's approval, right?
Oh, he hates Scream, but he might like that. That he might get a chuckle out of that shit. I'd have to run it past him, but
Yeah.
sometimes he gets stuff, and then other times the humor's lost on him. Like he don't get it. It's just a lost in translation thing. Like he didn't even really understand the Doomcock thing at first either. Like it took him a little bit to kind of understand what Doomcock was doing, because he's just like, I don't get it. The guy's in a mask. And like, no, he's satirizing, you know, Doctor Doom, and then he kind of came around to it and understood. And then after seeing a few videos, then he got it. But like, yeah, sometimes just
It takes a minute.
the humor doesn't always translate with him, and it's like sometimes I've had to explain jokes to him more often than not. But yeah. It's part of the fun, though. It's part of learning the cultures. And then there's times where he teaches me shit that I have no idea. He had me swearing in fucking Norwegian, and I have no idea what the hell I'm saying. So.
That's cool. There you go. There's your little troll bit for your ghost face.
Oh, yeah.
Say this in this language.
Well, I just have to find, like I said, like a bunch of impossible questions to answer and stuff.
If a train leaves Cleveland at 2:00 and another train leaves New York at 7, what time will they meet in Chicago?
Like, what the fuck?
I feel
I
seventh
just
grade
want my
math,
Taco
man.
Bell, man. What kind of fucking Uber driver or food Grubhub guy are
Grubhub,
you?
yeah. I'm sorry.
The
That's
guy
the
that
wrong
has
answer.
your food.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
But,
that's one burrito out the window. Let's try for number 2. Oh, that was so good.
Sci-fi action movie review says, shit, I'm failing.
What does that mean? I guess
With
I get it.
like the math, I guess.
Oh God, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I missed the whole point of my joke there. Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Hayes says, well, didn't Andre grow up speaking Norwegian?
No, actually, he knows a lot of different languages. He actually stayed in America for a little while, but no, he knows because he can speak Norwegian, obviously, English, Spanish. I think he speaks a little bit of Swedish, probably a little bit of German here and there. I think he speaks even, I don't know if he speaks French, but I think he speaks like French or Italian too, or something like that, a little bit. He's a man of many, many languages, yes.
Yeah.
But yes, his base, he's born in from Norway, yes, though, yeah.
All right. I'd much rather get gutted like a fish than do math.
Can't you just fucking kill me already?
I just want to die.
No.
What is this? I don't know the square root of pi. But yeah, we will do the Scream stream one day. As soon as we get them all watched, and if you've not seen Final Girls, I'd recommend it. It's pretty good.
I still need to watch 3 and
I didn't
4
hear about it. And they needed to do like the ones like
If you're at a hospital and a man who only has a daughter, and like who operated on you?
those fucking brain teasers.
Oh yeah,
you know,
it's like the doctor.
How is that possible?
Yeah, it's like
one person's taken to one hospital and the other person's taken to the other hospital, and I can't operate on this patient. It's my son.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
How is that possible? I don't know, but I don't know.
That's right. You're sexist. You're not getting a burrito.
Oh man, but yeah, I think we'll close it off there. And thanks for coming on, Runner. Thanks for coming on, Tom. Hail to the chat. Sci-fi action movie reviews. Tim Hayes, HVP.
My God, we drugged this out.
Yeah, we did. We did at the end there. Kind of lost some viewers, but that's okay. Larry, HVP, Tyrell 72, Brian Barth, BW Tangible Moments, Dan Blackroyd, Hat Hole Home Entertainment, Cosmic Squirrels. Who am I forgetting? If I didn't say your name, I do apologize. Gap Stargate. But I appreciate you guys and thank you guys for all hanging out with us. Stan Lee was here, so
The Stan Lee.
Yes.
Wow.
It's his NFT.
Excelsior.
It was his NFT. So
You know what? Have you ever seen Stan Lee talk about his favorite word before?
no, I haven't.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. Look it up.
Oh, I will. I'll
His
definitely
favorite
check
word is the word fuck.
that out.
And it's him.
Definitely
He's
gonna
like,
check
I'm
that
going
out.
to tell you how much I love the word fuck. It's the greatest fucking word in the world. It means everything. And somebody actually animated it, so it's even more hilarious. That's why I'm not bringing it up, because you'd get claimed for it. But I'll see if I can find it here while we're exiting.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say you gotta share that in the private. Like, is there like a recording of him like saying this in a convention or some shit, or like him like saying it in an interview?
It's from an interview, actually. Yeah, and this guy who interviewed him, like,
You need to send me that.
I got it right here, actually.
Because like Stanley is like the last person I could think, like, because he's not someone I feel like would like say a swear word.
Here, so you can share it in the chat, but I'll show it to you guys right after we get off the thing here.
Like the only time like I think I've heard him swear was in Mallrats, and that's it.
He's obsessed with superhero genitalia.
The good days. If anybody wants to see the Stan Lee's favorite word, right there you guys go. It's in the chat. Check it out. And as we go, my customary ending, which I'm probably going to have to stop using because I use it too much. But here you guys go.
How you doing? Bitches leave.